I am so orange today. Okay, I know it. I don't need anyone telling me how orange I am. I can tell myself. Let me open Spotify. Leave it to me to almost be late. Oh my God, and Leela's barking. We love it. But hi, everyone. Today we're doing our first ever podcast with all girlies. So it should be really fun, and I'm excited. And I'm also very orange. And I have hair all over me. Okay, I got ready in like 5 minutes. Okay, no, it was more like 50. You know, that's just how it is. But we're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. Hello, everyone. We're doing our first podcast today. Hello, hello, hello. Let me make sure that I'm like unmuted and everything, because we're all going to be like talking in a few minutes. But yes, this is the first ever podcast, guys. We're starting in a couple minutes. I just wanted to say also I'm going to be focusing the most on obviously like our conversations and talking with the girls. So if I'm not like super interactive with the chat and everything, I'm sorry. I promise I'm not like ignoring you or whatever. But I just want to focus on, you know, talking through with the girls and everything. I'm so fucking orange. Bitch, I do not know my foundation shade. This is so embarrassing. Red, orange. Oh my God. You know what? It's okay. But yes, if you guys are just coming in, again, where's my lipstick? I don't even have lipstick on. All I have on is chapstick. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay. You know what? We move. It's fine. I was recording for a really long time today. Like all the songs are Wu-Chang Idol and everything. So yeah. Trump, you ate too many carrots. I don't want to be orange, okay? Thank you guys so much for everything, though. Thank you for the resubs. Let me actually tweet out that we're live with the first ever Girlies podcast. Thank you so much, everyone. First Girlies RP podcast. Sorry, let me just make sure that I get this up. And yes, it's going to be really, really fun. Okay, I got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the resubs and everything. I appreciate it. Will the podcast be weekly? I mean, I guess we just got to see how it goes today, right? Got to see how it goes today. But thank you guys all for the resubs and everything. I love you. I appreciate you. And yeah, we have some juicy things to talk about on the podcast today. And yes, we are doing this with Black Widow, Angel Knives, and Nayasu, and myself. So it's going to be really, really fun. And oh my God, I'm excited. The sub sound is a bit loud. I don't know how to turn it off. If I'm being honest, I don't know how to turn off the alerts. Ooh. Yeah, let me try to turn this off before we start talking. Sorry, I totally should have done this before, but bitch, you guys know how I am. I'm unorganized, unprofessional. I don't know how to do any of this fucking shit. I even forgot my fucking lipstick. Like, girl, what the hell else? Okay, subscriptions. Okay, I'm just gonna turn the sound completely off so we won't hear it. Can I get on the pod? No. This is a girlies podcast. I think the girls are all just like starting their streams and everything. So that'll be good. Thank you guys. Again, thank you for showing up. I'm excited. It should be really good. I have so much fucking hair everywhere. Anna, thank you for the 43 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, make sure you get some snacks. But yeah, the whole purpose of this podcast today is we're just going to talk about like, you know, the girlies POV and role play, and, you know, the super fun things that we love in RP, some things that, you know, maybe bother us a little bit. But this podcast will be around, you know, 2 hours or so. So, you know, get ready for that. And, you know, depending on how today goes, maybe we will do this weekly. Maybe we can all do it weekly with like other people on and stuff. But I hope you guys are all doing great. If you went to see Barbie, I hope you had so much fun. I literally spent the whole day yesterday preparing for Wu-Tang Idol. We got a lot of stuff recorded. I have a little bit more to record after stream. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Barbie was so good. Slay. In my way. Thank you for the resubs and everything. Thank you. Oh, and also, once we get like more deeper into the podcast and stuff, I think we're gonna like ask you guys potentially for some questions. You know, we might pick out some chat questions and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe if there's something you've always wanted to know, or you know, some kind of question, get that ready. Help. Oh my god, I'm just talking in the voice chat alone. Okay, I'll hear whenever the girlies unmute. It's fine. Are you an auntie yet? No, not yet, but that just means that the baby is going to be a Leo no matter what. I was so happy. Do we have any Leos in the chat? Hi, Tajan. How are you? Baby waiting room. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy. Leos. Right? It's Leo season, right? Right? I'm pretty sure. How are the song planning going for Wu-Tang Idol? It's so hard not to spoil. Maybe at the end of the stream, I'll do like a little extra spoiler just as a treat. Nothing's mixed yet, but I do have like demos of some of the songs and stuff. A baby Leo, yes. Yes. Okay, let me just do this. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be so fun. Are you happy with the concept? So happy. I'm not gonna lie. The song that was Ghost Row, I literally cried while recording it because it's just such a beautiful song. Sorry, let me turn this down. And the person that ghost wrote it said that they cried when they heard my demo. Like, it's just so pretty. I think that's like my favorite RP song that, you know, we've done. So regardless, you know, we don't care about the W here. It does not matter. But hell, what was I going to say? You know, there's going to be lots of, you know, good songs that come out of it and everything. You can't wait. Oh my gosh. I'm excited for you guys to hear. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do face cam for that because I feel like I want you guys to like hear the songs. And whenever I have face cam on, I don't know why, but I'm just like, I feel like I have to talk more because if I don't talk, then you guys are just staring at like this is my resting face, just like, everyone's gonna think that I'm like mad or something. But if I'm focusing on like dance emotes and stuff and trying to like shut the fuck up, I'm literally gonna be like in the face cam and everyone's gonna be like, what is wrong with her? So I might not do face cam for it, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't wait to hear Zoe's stuff too. That's gonna be really good. She's so talented. She is amazing. I'm so orange. Je suis très orange. All right. Have you guys been watching any RP today though? It's lighting.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Am I like super loud?
No, you're good.
Okay. Hi, girls. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, I think we're just waiting on Widow. I think she's still starting up a little bit. So.
Yeah, no problem. I've literally just been in here fucking yapping. So, you know, the more the merrier. It's all good.
I just got on my computer. I've been cleaning all day, guys. Clean your room, guys.
Oh, you were cleaning
I've been-
your room all day?
Yeah, and
I was doing
then-
laundry.
Oh my god. Well, I've been recording for Wu Chang Idol for like 2 days straight. Bitch, I'm so like tired. I don't even know if I have a voice right now, but you know, it's fine. Also, I'm like
probably
not on
doing
Facebook.
a song every week is literally mind
Yeah,
blowing.
and now you have
Oh,
to do the
bitch.
10-minute set or whatever of new
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, it's a lot, but honestly, like shout out to the mixers because I feel like they have like the hardest job of this. They have to listen to my voice. Like the whole
The
time.
raw vocals.
The raw vocals. They literally like, whoo. But yeah, it'll be fun though. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, you've had fun, right?
Oh my god, yes.
Doing it.
Yeah, it's like the one thing that I've been looking forward to like weekly in RP. So it's like, oh my god, finally some good events and like some good stuff that we can all get excited for. So I've really been liking it.
Well, you've been killing it. You've been killing it.
Oh, thank you, bitch. Thank you. How sweet.
Yeah, because I mean, I was working on Paris's music, but then I did one song that I'm still waiting to get mixed. But after that, I'm like, ugh, like
Ooh.
I'm so tired from it.
Do we have any like teasers for that? Because like I would like to hear it. I haven't even like heard anything about that
might,
yet.
like tease. Well, I teased, I guess, the intro of the beat, but I don't know. Since I guess I'm still waiting to get it mixed, I might just like tease it.
I think you should.
I have like a raw demo of it.
Okay, you need to send that to me. I'll send you one of my raw demos to trade.
Oh my god, it's great.
We can trade like raw demo for raw demo.
I'm down. I'm down. I feel like you'd like this song. It's like fun.
I love that.
Hi.
Hi.
My voice changer is not on.
No,
It's not.
no.
It's not.
Girl, a couple of days ago, I joined a work meeting with my man voice changer on, and they were like,
Oh.
"Why do I hear a man right now?" And I was like,
Okay.
"Oh."
I mean, why were you using a man voice changer? Can I just ask?
I was in RP, and I forgot I had a work meeting in the middle of it, and I was like prank calling people.
Oh,
And as a
okay.
man- Yeah, it was really embarrassing.
I was like, since when do you have a man character? You're just going around
it's
like,
a really good voice changer too. Like people did not know it was me.
can we
That's
hear?
amazing.
Oh yeah, let me try to figure it out.
I kind of want to hear that now. Like you can't
Wait.
just say
My
you were
man
being
voice
a
changer
man.
is something like demonic and stupid
Yeah,
as
mine
fuck.
sounds so bad. It literally just sounds like vocal fry demon.
Yeah, literally.
It's like, oh my god, yes.
Wait, I have to change it in Discord too. My chat.
Yeah,
can hear
that's
it. Wait,
fine. I need to hear
Where is this
it.
voice? Wait, where is it? I'm blind as a bat. Do I sound like a man?
No.
Wait, I've broken something.
You know what? It's fine.
Wait, there we
Fuck
go.
the man. I hate to tell
I
you
hate
this,
to tell you
this, bitch. That's me. That's
Do I
me.
sound like a man? Hello? My
That
name
was
is
just-
Joe.
that was
no,
just a-
no, it's an echo of us.
Oh.
Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but it's not working. You know, it's okay. We can just pretend
We'll
that we
come
all
back
heard
to
the
it
man voice.
later.
Yeah, we'll come back to it. But today's a special day, a special event because
It
doing
is
our
a special
fucking
event.
podcast.
I'm not echoing, am I?
Welcome everyone to Girls Talk Podcast.
Hey.
Hi. Oh my gosh, that feels so fun to say because I feel like I've been like wanting to do a podcast for so long, but I was always like,
Me too.
yeah, I was like, who do I do it with? What do we talk about? So I feel like, you know, the four of us is like the perfect mix of things to talk about. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this like
It's
the
really good.
first like all girl like RP podcast?
You know,
Or has
I
it been
think
done
it might
before?
be. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think anyone's ever done it before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we might just be the first. I don't know.
Of course.
So personally, I think we should start out just like really strong, you know, address the elephant in the room. Who do you hate most on the server? No, I'm just kidding. Who do you Kelsey beef with? Like, what is
Curtis.
going on? Oh my God.
Fuck that man. Okay, fuck him.
Fuck
And
Alex
in
has
character and out of
GGG. Out of
But-
character. We're not friends. Fuck Alex has GGG. Fuck lasagna. Oh my gosh. You know, I feel like that's what a lot of people think that we're going to talk about. Just be like, oh, let's be so messy. Let's like do this, do that. But, you know, I feel like we all have a lot of
No.
experiences and
Oh,
I don't
absolutely.
know. A lot of things have happened in RP within, you know, this year just to start. So, you know, I feel like we all have our stories and all that. So it should be a lot of fun.
It should. It should. It's what it's all trying to figure out her man voice changer.
Widow.
Yeah. Widow, are you okay?
Girl, I've tragically broken something.
It's okay. You don't have
It's
to be
okay.
a
This
man.
is why
Don't
I'm not
worry about-
allowed to have a computer.
But it's okay
I'm-
because
Am
this
I
is a
echoing
real
to you guys?
podcast.
I'm echoing to my chat.
No, you sound fine.
You sound fine.
Oh
Okay,
my
well, now I'm
God.
blowing their eardrums, but I'm here. I'm listening. They can hear you.
We made you break your mic. I'm so sorry. Oh
So,
my God.
We'll go down the list. How did you guys come and it's like, get into like RP, like especially something like NoPixel? Like it's like, oh, like I kind of want to join.
Ooh, I mean, I'll go first just because.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I've told it a couple times, but okay, the first time I came across roleplay, I thought it was the most cringe shit I've ever seen. I was like, why the fuck are people like acting out being police officers? Why are they being EMS? Like, this is so weird. This is cringe. And then I wanted to try it to make YouTube videos on it because I was like, let me go make fun of everyone. Like, this is so weird. Like, let me just go be a bitch. Da-da-da-da-da. And then I played on a public server for the first time and I had so much fun. I was like, oh my God, it was the highlight of my life. I got to meet so many people and I got into like the craziest stuff. And then 5 years later, I have like 6,000 hours on 5M. So
Yeah.
love that. How about you?
I think I
Amazing.
fixed it.
Okay, good.
Lovely.
Good.
I think how I got into it, well, first, like, since I was like 16 years old, I did like a lot of text RP. So it was like doing my own Second Life and IMVU kind of role play and stuff like that. I think like 3 years ago, I don't remember what it was, but I was like, you know what, I want to give voice RP a try. So I decided to like look into. So at first, obviously, like I did like GTRP like on different servers just to get a feel for it. And then I kind of left because I was like, okay, I've done it all for like half a year. I want to go do something else. Like that's why I started doing Western RP, which is like wild RP and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I really do like playing on Wild again. So I do like the Wild West RP because it's like more immersive kind of thing. And the thing I guess like I figured like, I knew about NoPixel through I think I watched like 2 years like before like getting to voice RP. Like I watched 2 years of like NoPixel and roleplay. And the person that really got me into like inspire me was like Milton that plays Kiki Chanel. I was like, I love Kiki so much. Like they were just so authentic and just very giving, just very out there.
As well.
Yes, and I was like,
So
I want to
funny.
be like that, and I that's how I got into like GTRP. And then I guess like I applied for NoPixel first, but on my first app I didn't do so great.
Oh, bitch,
But of course, so we all didn't really do that great. And then the second time I didn't get accepted, and then that's when they started to change up like how you apply kind of thing instead of like submitting like videos of your like your RP, and then that's when I got into it, and I've loved it ever since. Like meeting all you guys.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the way that the application is now is like the best way to do it, where it's like show us clips of you actually role playing. I feel like that's the best way to do it instead of like, oh, write about your favorite thing of role play, because that's why I always got denied because hello, I'm a dumb fucking bitch. I cannot write you like 6 paragraphs about what I would do in this RP situation, but I can show you a clip of what I would do or like a voice recording or whatever. So
yeah, I also think like the video thing is really great because one, we're in a world of AI now where like so many people, I hate to say it, but so many people just use AI and like AI knows RP now. Like AI knows what to look for.
Like,
which is
really?
really
That's
terrifying.
so
Oh, but on the flip side, I know some people that like, so I got started in roleplay on like a lot of small servers.
Uh-huh.
Like I came from Echo RP to NoPixel a year ago now, which is crazy, but
Yeah.
Before that, I was on even smaller servers, and I think about like I know some people that are fabulous role players, like insane role players, but they don't
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
And
they
so
don't
it's
have
like,
any clips or
yeah, they don't
whatever.
have any clips, which I mean, it's a give and a take because at the end of the day, like we've heard this a million times that NoPixel is a content creation server.
Uh-huh.
But like I don't know, I feel like we might be missing out on some really good role players that
I
way.
agree. I
Yeah,
don't
I think
think,
so
to be
too.
honest, I think the current state of like NoPixel right now is not really role play kind of focused. It's more like content in the moment of which you can capture in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Making those
agree.
pog champ moments, of course. That's what like, and maybe in like what the 4.0 will change and maybe be more like RP focused for sure.
Yeah.
I think too, like the server, like NoPix especially goes through like ebbs and flows. And granted, I've only been around for years, so I don't know, like I don't have a long-term view of it. But it's like there are those really cool long-term stories that happen. But there's also
yeah.
like the bits of like pog bank chase moments. I don't know.
I feel
And
like
it's hard because you have to kind of find your niche for like a long-term story, which it's possible. It just takes a lot of work.
yeah. I mean, it totally is like who you hang around with. Like Angel, honestly, I gotta give you so many compliments and just your props right now because Brooklyn is such an amazing character and like the amount of shit she's gotten into in like just a couple months of being on the server is crazy. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally Brooklyn
100%.
has more of a storyline than like so many people. It's
Uh-huh.
insane. You literally make like a storyline out of everything and bitch, I see it with the slash me's. Like my lazy ass
Yes.
never does that. You're always like
I never use
slash
slash
me.
When we're in the
me.
car and she slash
It's so
me's, I'm like, that's
awkward,
my
like
bitch.
yeah, it's so awkward and like something that's fast paced. Because I've said this, like a fucking
Yeah.
NoPixel roleplay is like we're like literally moving like on a freeway, and I'm like trying to like
it's quick.
give y'all like or give people like the slash me, but like everyone's moving so fast they don't even see it, they don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
So I just feel like I'm like trying to RP my injuries and no one gives a fuck. Like girl, just get up and walk.
Oh my god.
No,
Like,
I
alright.
get that too. But I feel like when I
Gosh.
am around you in character and when I'm around Brooklyn, it makes me want to like up my RP up a lot. Like it
Yeah, do
genuinely
something serious.
Yeah,
It makes me want to
like,
do something serious.
literally like, okay, let me fucking break Carmela's arm. Let me do this. I feel like you are just so good and you have been like such an amazing
you.
addition to the community.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Aw, I love you too. And it's been so much fun.
Appreciate it.
Like having our little group of girls, like this is what I've always wanted for Carmela. I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, just a group of girls to all get together and like have fun. And I feel like it's been really
Yeah.
great with everybody. It's been really,
I
really
think
fun.
it's come at such a cool time because like so many people's storylines have changed to like really support that. Like
Yeah.
obviously Paris and Rosa came from somewhere and like we're landing in like we don't know where to go, right? And like
Oh,
Brooklyn
yeah,
came
yeah.
right then, and then like Carmela was around, you know, our group more often, and I was like, I couldn't have asked for better friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, it was kind of perfect timing. Like, even though some bad shit happened and, you know, some things went down, I feel like, you know,
It
everything
was for
happens
the
for a reason.
best.
Yeah.
It was for
Yeah.
the best, honestly.
Yeah. I just feel like it's so nice to like wake up and have a group of people to hang out with and it doesn't feel forced. You know what I mean? Where you're like,
Oh yeah.
oh, like I don't want to call them because it's like, I don't want to bother
Yeah,
them.
just like a natural, like.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if like you girls get that in RP, but like, oh my God, especially the start of 3.0, I was so scared to call so many people because I was like, oh my God, like no one's going to want to hang out with my character. No one's going to want to like
Yeah.
put up with all the like dumb shit I'm doing on
Yeah.
Carmela. I'm going to get called a cloud chaser. I'm going to do this.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to do that.
Mhm.
So for the longest time, I was so scared to call people. So I was like, okay, let me just call my friends in RP. That's it.
Yeah. Girl, I still am. And like it's hard because some people and like I don't want to go down the path of there's no blame anywhere. It's just kind of like the
Yeah.
environment that role play is, but
Yeah.
sometimes you talk to one person, even if it's an organic conversation, if it's something like fun or in passing or whatever, and I'm speaking from personal experience with this,
Yeah.
like you get some wild shit that happens. And so like to find people that you're comfortable with to role play with that you know are gonna have your back and like you're not gonna get that shit from is massive. And like I hate to say it, but like a lot of that has come from like the girl communities. Like the girly pops, you know? And like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Right.
it feels so
Yeah.
good to like be in the server and be like, okay, like I feel comfortable enough to speak to people. Which is wild.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, I feel like that is one of the most important things in roleplay because, like, how the fuck are you going to make a good storyline and good memories if you're too scared? But no, there's definitely people that I get like really shy around on the server because I'm just like, oh my God.
Really?
I don't want to like say the wrong thing. Yes, bitch.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be
Still.
honest. I used to be like that, but I guess my thing that I used to do, I used to like doing my own thing. I used to like being like sort of like in a like leadership role in a sense. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
obviously, like in roleplay that didn't work out. But I don't know. I feel like eventually, I don't know what switched in my brain. I just like started winning the I don't give a fuck war.
She's
Like
Beyonce.
well, literally, I don't care. Like I don't feel any type of way about like calling anyone really.
As you
Or being
Honestly, I've
around
taken so
anyone.
much like inspiration from you and how you play Paris because like
Right.
sometimes I catch myself being like wrapped up in something or like Rose is having like a really intense reaction to something that happened and Paris is like, I don't care. Why do you care? And I'm like, oh, okay.
Literally, I mean that is how I roleplay Paris most of the time, unless it's like something like major and serious. But
Yeah.
I
Something
don't
really
know. It
big.
just started being like, like let's live in the moment. Like, what if I don't
Yeah.
call this person and like miss out on something fun or something interesting?
Yeah, that
Like,
is true. I think honestly that's a really good way to put it. I need to start winning the I don't give a fuck war. 'Cause
you like
bitch.
that's like the best way, cause it,
Absolutely.
That's the thing, like
Yeah.
not even in role play, but
Oops.
that's something I've like had to teach myself as a woman is like you have permission to take up space. And
Mhm.
that goes into role play as well. Like I have permission to do something and like try to make a story for myself, you know? That's something I've always
And
struggled
one
with.
thing
It's
about me
like,
is I'm gonna take up the space. I'm gonna take up the
yeah,
space.
Absolutely.
Period. As you should.
That's what I like
Okay.
about each and every one of your characters. You guys have like something
Yeah.
to give. I think when if I had to go off, I had to like select from each of you. I say like Rosa is the like most like direct and like just spoken, like she will speak where she
Yeah.
does not give a fuck. Carmela's like the more fashionista where she's just like, I'm here, get out of my way. Kind of like I love that about it. And Paris is just like, she not afraid to throw no shade and tell you how it is either.
Right? Paris's insults, like I
She don't
hope
have to like
Terrifying.
appear on you, but
Fucking
her words are
terrifying.
deadly.
like one day, I know it's gonna happen. Like Paris and Carmela are gonna fight over something. Like it's inevitable. One day something is gonna happen, and Paris is gonna eat Carmela up, and I'm not gonna know what the fuck to say.
I just tried to make it the most like just like randomest like stuff like you can think of to
But
say.
it's so good, and like, oh my god, I swear, like Paris influences the whole server. Like Paris literally started everyone doing like the name period.
the name period. Oh my god.
Literally, like you influence the whole fucking
That
server
and, like,
with your
You and
stuff.
like Paris and Carmela, the chill day stuff has gone
Chill
so
day,
far.
literally.
Everyone
Like
does that
nobody has a
now.
fucking chill day anymore. Let's be so for real.
And I
Chill day
love
means
it.
something different now, like entirely.
Yeah, it literally means like awful. Like
Someone's gonna
girl,
die.
Let me get off.
Someone's perming today.
Yeah. Nayasi, how did you get into RP? Did you ever bring it up?
Well, there was like this. It was like a straight man who did cop role play, and it's like I
I'm
wasn't like
kidding.
interested. It wasn't. I wasn't like interested in kids role play, but I just found it interesting. So I like watched the videos,
Uh-huh.
and then um eventually me and Maddie, who plays Paris's sister London,
Uh-huh.
we were talking about something to play, and I was like, there's like this thing called 5M where it's like GTA role play.
Uh-huh.
Um, like we should try it, which
Cue scary music.
we tried it, but like I mean back then we did not like a role play. We would just be like in a Discord call and like
Oh, yeah.
just messing
That's
around.
what I did too in public servers.
Eventually, Alex joined us, and then like us two like found like a actual server and like actually like started role playing.
Fun.
And then
you got addicted.
NoPixel, yeah, NoPixel. I don't know how I found. I mean, I guess I always heard of NoPixel, but I think it was like early 2.0 Kiwo who had her character Mother.
Mother,
I
remember
used to watch her,
her.
and I used to think she was so cunty. So I was
Oh,
like,
she's
know
so
what? I was like,
cunty.
hey, let me try.
Oh, that is so cute. I love that. I think it was PMS Proxy, the first woman I saw playing on NoPixel. And I was like, she's so funny. And she was like getting into so much stuff, like just on her own, like solo RP. And she's so talented. So I was like, wait, okay, maybe I should apply. Got denied, but you know, like a year later.
I think I got accepted on like my third try, and then
I got accepted on my very last. I was like almost not in.
Yeah, that app was hard. Like the written one, if you haven't done that one, that shit was fucking hard. Like there was trick questions all over, and
absolutely.
I was like,
I ain't got no time for this. Like,
right?
I gave up halfway through.
Yeah, like the written one was real fucking hard. I did not like it.
Oh, I have a question from chat for us.
Oh god.
They said, "What's your favorite arc for your character so far?" It's not that spicy yet.
Ooh. Okay, who wants to go first?
Well, I can't say mine right now because it's a spoiler within the character. But I will say the one that I did enjoy was when I came back after 3 months and like everything just popped up with the whole Rosa and Benny and everyone were like, you know, trying to plan shit of how to set them.
Oh, that
like,
was
everyone
so
that took part in it,
fun.
everyone had fucking fun. It was so funny.
It was
hilarious.
so much
Everyone had a
fun.
great time with that, and I just loved it. I loved it all. It was great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
That was so much fun because like I hadn't even and like if the timing of it was so weird because I wasn't around. Like I had started playing Red Dead when you came over to the server, so I wasn't around, and I like had heard all the like background about Brooklyn and who she was, and Rosa was like trying to figure out, and like for a while Brooklyn was saved in Rosa's phone as like stabbing 2-timing bitch, and like looking back on it now,
I love that.
I know. And looking back on it now, like the stories that happened, it was like such a funny time, but also such like an intense, like becoming friend moment, I think, for a lot of us.
That was a big storyline.
Which is so special.
Yeah. That was really good.
God. We constantly stir the pot. I think for me, my favorite has just been like the evolution of Rosa. Like I've been trying and talking about this with my chat as decisions are made, but like Rosa came into the server and immediately was an attorney. Like 2 days in, attorney, like straight and narrow, did not do anything. And like slowly over time, she would start to dabble in stuff, and she met more like, you know, gang members, and she like met the street team people that she eventually joined. And it finally came to a head where it was like, you know, Rosa hit the pinnacle of her legal career of like, she's a judge now. Like that's the top of the line. That's like, you've maxed out in your legal life, you know?
Yeah. That was
And it was
huge.
like, it was massive. And it was a year long of like every day putting in work. But I had a point both like in RP and OOC where I was just like, I'm tired. Like in RP, it was like every day somebody called for something, and it was like Rosa lived her life for other people, like didn't even know like who she was. And then me, OOC, I was exhausted. Like
bitch.
You have to put in so much work in the background for that, which is great. And I love to like have that kind of support role. But I was like getting pinged all hours of the night for like search warrants and subpoenas
hell
and like
no.
I got to the point I was like, this is great, but I don't know how you guys have done. Some people have been a judge like Nathan on Crane for years. And I'm like, I'm tired.
Crazy.
Oh my God, get me out.
That's how I felt about Cop. I was like, this is too much work. Like, I don't want to actually like feel like I'm working while I'm playing a video game. Like, I've been asked,
I've been asked like, but you should make a Cop character. I was like,
hell no, bitch.
That paperwork, no, absolutely
See, I have
not.
a stupid cadet in the STSO that probably will be a cadet for the rest of my career.
I thought it was fun, but like, oh my God, like the actual arresting, that was so much. And I was getting actually stressed out. Like,
and like you have to have like notepads of like 10 codes, and like you get embarrassed if you get them wrong. Like,
you gotta know which street, like getting called out. You have to know if you're making the right arrest, of what is what they're doing is illegal. You gotta do the paper.
No, girl, I've been on 5M for 5 years, and I still don't know where I am when I'm driving down the road. Like, there's no hope at this point.
No, seriously, like, shout out to all the cops, like the people that can actually fucking manage that.
Absolutely.
I am not one of those fucking people. Like, oh my God. Absolutely fucking not. I will never do Cop again. It was fun to make a character and do the interview and like do a bit of training, but it's so stressful. And I kept like, Oh my gosh, I was so nervous about like arresting someone and they get mad. And then that also gave me like a POV to like relax a little bit when I'm on crim and like, calm down a bit. So yeah, it was cool to see the other side, but like, I don't think it's for me.
Yeah,
I like making DOC characters. You could just beat up, inmates
Oh,
all day.
wait, that
just
sounds
be
so
crazy in
fun.
the prison.
Why did I never fucking think to do that before?
I actually used to have a doctor character, like, when I first joined in 2.0, it was very,
I remember,
very, like,
bitch, you were
short-lived.
British,
She
weren't
was a
you?
British girl, but, I mean, even that was hard because I think back when I had that doctor character, they had, like, stricter regulations, like, you couldn't be, like, a goofy doctor, like, you had to,
Oh,
like
really?
you had to, like, you had to, like, learn, like, actually, like, how to treat certain things and, like, you had to, like, put,
Oh.
like, a certain amount of hours every day, so I was like, "Girl, like, I just wanna get
Oh,
on
yeah,
and
that's a
be insane."
lot. No, I think you treated Carmela one time and you're just like, okay, hello there, I'm gonna
Okay,
take care
hello,
of
Mom.
you. I just like, oh, okay. What the fuck is going on?
Goodness. I'm excited for the spoiler that Angel's talking about, but I guess we'll
Oh,
see.
Oh, yeah,
actually,
yeah,
well, I
yeah.
guess my favorite arc for Paris, though, I guess, I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember, like, 80% of the stuff Paris has been
Yeah,
through at this point
same.
because she's been through it. Maybe the, like, OG, like, LSD, like, dolls era, like, when Paris had her own little gang.
Ooh,
Like, it didn't work out in roleplay, but I feel like, like,
it
that
was
was
a
kinda
fun
like
moment.
that was kinda like the platform where I started building, like, the kinda like the Paris, like, we have today.
Queen fucking Paris. I love that. I think, Carmela's vampire era, that was my favorite. Because it was just like
Yeah,
so
but
stupid. And I just feel
I'm
like,
so mad I
oh
missed
my
that.
God. It was just so drama free. It was so chill. Like everyone knew that it was just a big joke and like so dumb. I loved it. But I stopped doing it just because I was like, okay, where's this arc gonna like go? How am I gonna continue this? And now I don't even think you can do supernatural RP on the server anymore. I was kind of like, oh.
I know. I remember when that came out, I was like, I don't know. I feel like maybe I know it's a server rule, but I feel like it's not maybe a strict server rule because
So I can
there
start
are some kind of
sucking.
questionable things, you know?
That
yeah,
is true.
I think they mean,
I
like,
can start sucking.
magic roleplay or supernatural as in being like, slash me lifts you up with power and sends you flying.
So I can't do that. Like,
Right. How do people think that's weird? But like playing like characters from other shows and brands and characters is not.
yeah, I don't know. No idea. Oh well, it's pretty fun. Okay, I wanted to ask this question myself to all of you, just because we all
Okay.
play strong woman characters on the server. So, do you feel like this is like something that takes a big toll out of you to constantly be like standing up for yourself in roleplay and also out of roleplay as well, or do you kind of just separate it completely?
Um, I separate it because to me, like, I really do not act like Paris out of character. Like, I make
Right?
like, like I'm someone that Paris would bully. So
Same, me with Carmela.
No, same
Literally.
Carmela would make me
Rosa.
cry. Like, oh my gosh.
I'm a meekster. So,
Period.
but I don't know. I guess because I know the way I play Paris, like I do not say like anything like actually like nasty. Like I call people like they're about like a smart fridge or something. You know what I mean? Like it's like goofy
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, like you
So
can totally tell that you're not being like for real with it.
yeah, if people, I guess, feel some way, obviously like like I'll back off, but
Yeah.
that's really
Stop
on them.
being a snowflake. That's what she said.
That's really on them. That's really on them. Like okay.
It ain't my fault. No, I mean,
Yeah.
for me, it's. I think everyone wants to say that it's just in character, which I
Mhm.
think 99% of the time, everything that is said or what it, everything does stay in character. But that 1% of stuff that kind of carries over is what is hurtful. And when that comes up, it's like, oh, Widow hates me because Rosa was like mean to so and so
Yeah.
in character, or like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. There's been accusations like of mean girling quote of, you know, our friend group.
Oh
And
my
it's,
lord, who us?
oh my, who me?
Who
And that's the
love
thing
me?
it's hard because it's like we do play these really in your face characters, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's a character. And at the end of the day, too, I think every single one of our characters like always has some kind of space for redemption for like whoever we're going
Yes,
after.
100%.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I do think it's hard. And like I'm the same way. Like I'm a corporate girly. Like I'm not like Rosa. I don't go and confront people. Like shit, I cry after arguments in real life all the time. Like you make me mad, I cry. That's my thing. And so like Rosa would shit on me if this was real
Right?
life. But,
Literally.
and that's what's so hard when I see people that are like upset about something, or like it's only happened a couple of times that like someone reaches out to me like, hey, like do you hate me because of the RP that happened today? And I'm like, no, like I
Wait,
would
you've had
never
that
hate
happen?
you.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad
Ooh.
because then I'm like, oh, I don't want to like change my RP, but I also don't want to make you as a human feel bad because I'm like such a softie.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, I
So-
think we can all agree on that. Obviously, with storylines like that where things can get a little intense, I don't think it's like cringe or wrong to like set boundaries. In fact, I feel like
Yeah.
you know, that makes the role play better, whether it's like relationship RP, conflict RP. I feel like, you know, boundaries are perfect and, you know, make sure that shit doesn't get out of hand. But I feel like a lot of like viewers and stuff need to just stay in their own lanes sometimes because there's so many times when like viewers have gotten offended over the role play, like for their favorite streamer or whatever. And I can't even say the amount of times that this shit has happened. Like, viewers will get mad and be like, oh my God, you hurt this person's feelings, da 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 da. And then me, you know, super like emotional and anxious over everything. I'll like reach out to the person always and be like, hey, like, I'm sorry, you know, if this went too far or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's always fine.
And then they're always
been
they're like, what are you
fine.
talking about?
Literally,
Yeah,
they're like,
fine.
it's role play, and then they'll start apologizing.
And then you
to
feel
me.
crazy.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, oh,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they'll be like, I'm sorry if I hurt you with what I said or this and that. And I'm like, oh no, like, I'm fine. You know, I feel like most of the time I literally apologize to random ass fucking people that aren't affected by it. And it's like,
Absolutely.
give me a goddamn break. My lord. Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay, Angel, does playing Brooklyn ever kind of like, you know, get a little bit intense or overwhelming? Because honestly, I feel like out of all of our characters, I feel like Brooklyn has kind of been through it the most, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm kind of the opposite of Brooklyn. Like I don't rarely, I wouldn't say rarely stick up for myself, but I'm not as outspoken as she is.
For sure.
And the thing about it is I've played very characters that have been very like closed off and like very quiet. I'm like that in real life. I'm very quiet. Like I'm cool like if I know you, like I'm like crazy as whatever, but I'm really a quiet person. So when I made Brooklyn, she was like a character I made like when I first like started to play GTRP like later down the line. I was like, I wanted to make a kind of a New Yorker kind of character.
Oh yeah, and she's so fun.
So yeah, but Brooklyn is someone that I always wanted to be in real life, which is very direct, confident, and sticks up for people. Be like a strong female role and doesn't take anyone's shit.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I got the dynamics of wanting to do that, is because I wanted to make a character that was completely the opposite of myself or what I wanted to be in life, or what I wish or tried to be as far as being more confident in myself or confident in the way I walk, I talk, I give advice, or I stick up for people, or, you know, something. And I really wanted Brooklyn to be that. And, you know, she has been through a lot, but I think one thing about Brooklyn that I feel like people around her can always know, that she's a person you can always count on. Rather to have your back. That's the kind of friend she's always kind of been. She's always going to be that friend that's going to stick up for whoever, you know, she is she's close friends with. Is you can always count on her to be that friend.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wait, that's so sweet. I want to be Brooklyn too. Oh my gosh. That is really sweet, actually. Oh my God. Yeah, there's definitely parts of Carmela that I wish I had to. Like the whole like, I don't give a fuck, bitch. You know, like all that stuff. totally not me. I do give a
Oh
fuck.
yeah, I'm like very sensitive in real life.
Yeah, I
I'm
will
very
cry.
sensitive.
I'm like, a bitch has anxiety. Like, take it a little easy on me, okay?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I think that's so cool though, like to pull characteristics from like the character you play that you like want to be like, you know?
yeah.
Like for
Absolutely.
me,
Yeah.
so
I think-
I was like gonna go to law school out of college. That was my plan. I had everything in place. I like
Ooh.
took the test and got into the schools, but
Smart
life kind of just
queen.
didn't. Oh my god, not anymore. But life
Yes,
didn't
you
shake
are.
out that way. So I like went and was a paralegal, and I hated it more than anything. And I was like, I'm never gonna be an attorney. Fuck this. And then I
Oh.
found GTARP, and I was like, okay, well, I can pretend. Like, and that's
Aw.
been the funniest thing, like trying to explain to my family who are like boomers who don't know the internet, like one, what GTRP is, and like why do I pretend to be an attorney? And they're all like, go to law school, like what are you doing? And I'm like, no, I just want to like pretend on the internet, like leave me alone. It's so
No.
embarrassing, but
Yeah.
it's also cool because you get to like, I don't know, do different stuff.
I think also like some viewers may have a perception that are very like close up what they don't watch as content. Like they see like, oh, these girls are like mean kind of thing. It's just like I don't think necessarily the way the characters portray them as mean girl types. But for me, I think for Brooklyn, she's never been a mean girl. She always wants to punch the mean girls. That's the whole like thing. Like
Yeah.
that's we may have an Italian that's very confident that come off as mean, but I think that confidence is kind of just pushing back the like the stereotype of that confidence being the mean girls,
Yeah.
which is kind of
Yeah. I think that's a
thing
bigger
that people
topic
have a
too, is like,
misconception of.
yeah, the misconstruction of like being a mean girl versus being confident, you know?
Oh,
And like
fucking
where the
yeah,
difference
bitch.
is in that.
Yeah. There's such a big difference. Like all of us, all of you, and like everyone that we role play with, like I've never had a problem with anyone. And like everyone is so sweet and like different from their characters. But yeah, I think it's a big thing. Like when you are playing a female character and you start to like stick up for yourself in role play, then all of a sudden you're either like taken as a joke and it's like, oh, it's just SBS. Like, oh, you
Yeah.
shot Carmela, not a big deal. Like she's loud, she's this, she's that. But like, I don't know, just like sticking up for yourself does not make you mean. You know what I mean?
Also, yeah, and I feel like it doesn't make you mean. It doesn't. I think most people may seem have the concept like in character I'm talking about. It's just like, oh, we don't want to deal with these kind of girls or whatever. They're just loud and have like just get in their way
Don't
or
even
whatever the
get
case
me
may be.
started. Oh
I-
my god.
Yeah.
That is what, like I said, that is what Brooklyn is.
Yeah.
I think for people could tell her that all to her face, like, oh, you're this, you're that. But guess what? I don't give a fuck at the end of the day. It's just
Yeah.
because I have the same mannerism as you, you feel like I'm a threat.
Yeah.
That's how Brooklyn goes.
Yeah.
And she
Mhm.
doesn't really care about that, honestly. She's not doing it for them. She's doing it for herself. Like,
Yeah.
so I think once you like
Absolutely.
someone like Brooklyn, she's a very like chill person, but once you keep poking her, she's gonna bark back, and you can't
Yeah.
get upset if she barks back.
Yeah.
This bitch
And that's the thing
barked.
I bark for Kermit.
Oh, next
That's
topic.
that's a
No. Just kidding.
long standing joke back
Deb.
there. But I think that's been something that's been interesting for like me exploring with Rosa, is that obviously Rosa was like, I don't want to say on a leash, but like definitely had her gloves on for the past year,
Yeah.
like
Oh, for
she
sure.
had to get along with everyone. She was
Yeah.
friends with cops and criminals and judges and all of, X, Y, and Z. And finally the gloves came off, and Rosa Rosa's always been this way. Like people know it that are
Yeah.
close with her, but so many people are like, what the fuck? Like you're so mean now. Like I
Oh
can't
my-
believe you've changed, and like
Yeah, because
I liked you more back then. Yeah, and so it's been like Rosa just telling people like, I've always been this way, and like take it or leave it, but I'm gonna protect the people I care about.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
that has not settled well with a lot of characters, but it's been fun to do.
Well,
Yeah.
Paris is definitely a mean girl, so
Yeah, but like
Paris
in a
is a
fun,
bully.
playful way. Like
yeah.
the movie Mean Girls, I feel like that is like the perfect way to play it because it's so like dramatic
Absolutely.
and over the top and
Exactly.
Yeah, because that's
I
what we
play
think
Paris like a
of.
very
That's what we
overdramatic
think of
mean
Mean Girls
girl.
Yeah,
are from the movie.
exactly. Like pink,
Not like Mean-
blonde, all that. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's perfect.
I don't think anyone's like sitting there plotting on. Granted, no, I take that back. Rosa definitely has plotted some people's downfalls and followed through. But I think for like the most part
Same
on
with
this is
hers.
like when we're just like farting around town, you know, like we're not sitting there planning the meanest things we could possibly say to somebody. Like,
right? It's
I don't
literally
know.
just like, I'm sorry, but it's content at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
we're
guess
doing
it's
what
just
our
more like
characters would do.
wittiness, I guess, with
Exactly.
Paris.
Yeah.
And it would be so fucking boring if everyone was friends. Like, I love the whole
Absolutely.
like feud and everything. I love whenever Carmela has like little enemies and stuff. Like Carmela and
Yeah.
Chatterbox have been enemies for so long. Carmine is like one of my new favorite characters. I think Carmine was around in 2.0 as well, but I guess like kind of new to me with RPing. I love hanging out with Carmine just because I can be so mean and just like go back and forth.
Yeah.
And I know it's not going to get like taken the wrong way or whatever. It is just so much fun. And Mama too, like just characters where you can like
Mama.
Oh,
tell
Mama.
that you're like fighting and like being mean, but like it's all in fun and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Small arch nemesis, and when you see him on the street, it's like great, you know.
Oh my God.
Like, oh my
Rosa's
God, it's this person.
Yeah. And I think it's funny that we all have these like characters that we have this ongoing banter with. Like Rosa hates the rent-a-cop that's at the city hall. Doesn't even know his name, but like wants that guy to die every day. Hates that guy. And so it's like, I don't know, I think that's fun, but it's also, you know, when you get those deeper. And I want to talk about too like the Nunu storyline that's happened. Like Nora and I as people are really good friends. Like we
Right?
talk all the time. I like check in on her to make sure when like RP seems
Yeah.
tough because I don't want to say she's new to RP, but she was new, I guess, 6-7 months ago.
Yeah.
And so this like intense conflict that's happened between Rosa and Nunu has been really good for both of us, like, you know, grow our characters.
Story-wise,
Yeah, like their personalities and like how they respond to conflicts. But like so many people are like, oh, that story is like overdone, drop it. Like, you know, viewers
Really?
come in and they're like, why is this continuing? Like, and Nora and I talk about it and we're like, we're not ready to just like drop this and have it move on, you know? Like this is something good for our characters. And
Mhm.
so I don't know. It's an interesting like dichotomy of like trying to figure out the balance of that.
Oh,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
I love Nora. I've had like with Nunu like many like conflicts with her in Brooklyn, a constant like over and over, and it's become like intense. And I shit you not, we were just in DMs laughing about it because it's
Right?
so fucking funny,
Same.
and I
Yeah.
Oh my
love that.
gosh.
You know, and not really. It's nice to know that, you know, because it does. You know, we tend to get like look over like our screens to see like everyone's kind of enjoying, and you just there's probably
Yeah.
one or two. She's like, oh my God, like you're taking it way too far, or like you see something on other social media
Mhm.
talking about taking it the wrong way, you kind of get in your head a little
Same.
bit. But so it's nice to even like talk to the streamer behind the character and be like, yeah, everything's just
Yeah.
funny.
No,
Yeah.
You know, at
that's
the end of the
normally
day.
what I do. I feel like if I'm like second guessing something, I will reach out to the person no matter what, just because I want to make sure it's fun for both of us. But literally, like, I've never had a problem with people and like RP and everything. There's never been like hard feelings or
Yeah.
whatever. It's literally just
Yeah.
the viewers that don't understand it and just make up that narrative of, oh my God, they
Mhm.
hate each other. Oh my
Yeah.
God, this, that.
Girl.
It's
All right, I have
crazy.
something that's a little different. Another question is,
Yeah.
what is your favorite flaw that your character has?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go first just because
Okay.
it's my favorite. But I love how Carmela is naive. Like I've always played her like that. Like, oh my God, there's a fucking clown walking down an alleyway. You know, any normal person would be like, oh, bitch, let's get the fuck out of
The
here.
blonde girl in a horror movie.
Right. And
Yeah.
one thing about me, if I feel like Carmela is gonna be like kidnapped or like put in some kind of like serious situation where she's like scared or shouldn't do it, I'm gonna fucking do it. It's so funny
Yeah.
to see like people coming in the chat and being like, oh my God, no, Carmela's gonna get shot. And I'm just like, yeah, I gotta hope she does. Like that would be
That's the
fun.
point.
Okay, everyone else, what's your favorite
Ooh.
favorite flaw?
I guess it's a flaw that like I guess Paris overcame in roleplay, but like for example, like you know, like in character the 81A group when Paris was like helping them. I guess like even though I talk about Paris being mean all the time, but sometimes I'll make hers be super like helpful, and it
Yeah.
can lead to like backstabbing or betrayal, which I love. I think that's so fun. Like, please betray Paris. Come on, let's do.
I love that too. Like, give me all the drama. Let's like betray each other. Let's fight. This and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my chat calls it mothering. So when the chat says no more mothering, that's what they mean.
Oh God.
Mothering. I love
No
that.
more mothering.
Mother too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess another one maybe would be, I guess Paris when she is mean, like she can like I guess that is another flaw, but I don't know. I love that flaw. So
Aw. That's good. I feel like it works perfect. You know, Paris mothering. Perfect. Love it.
I don't know. I feel like Rosa, like, one of the big things that I've noticed is that like caring too much, and that sounds like one of those fake interview answers that's like, oh, that's a perfect answer, but like chronically caring too much to the point where like she hurts other people.
Aww.
And like that comes up in like not knowing when to back off, or like not knowing when to like let a situation go or a person go or like walk away. And that gets her into a lot of trouble. Granted, I'm a
sure.
Libra, and the Libra comes out in Rosa because I'm indecisive as fuck on everything I do.
Right.
But that, I mean, that like the DOJ, like I'm, some days I like sit at the courthouse and I've quit and I'm like, oh, I care too much, But also like the temper on Rosa, I struggle so much because I am not like I'm an outgoing person, but like not like in an aggressive way in any
Oh,
way.
yeah. Same.
So I struggle so much sometimes to like have those conflict moments, but like once I unleashed that in RP, I was like game over. Like I'm gonna tear someone a new one. And
Ooh.
it gets her in a lot of fucking trouble. Like it really does. And I've said some things in role play like that come out of Rosa's mouth, and I'm like, where did that even come from? Like
The Libra.
you need to,
The
yeah.
fucking Libra. That's where
Listen,
it came
I'm
from,
on the
bitch.
cusp of
Yeah.
a Scorpio. I was born on the 21st. So
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
where it
that's where
comes
it
from.
fucking came from. bitch.
But yeah, I think the anger. It's like, I don't know. She's a little crazy.
I love that.
I like
I support crazy women, okay? Like,
Right?
crazy women
Amen.
are the best. Angel, do you
I
have a favorite
think-
flaw?
I think she's too forgiving in a sense where someone can do the way like something terrible to her and she probably shouldn't forgive that person, but she's always going to give a person a fourth, a fifth chance every single fucking time. And she is just,
Ooh.
I don't know, she's way too forgiving, and I wish she wasn't, because I think she's so blinding on wanting to I'd rather have someone like be on like cordial grounds than have someone like more enemies to make
Yeah.
to look over her shoulder, kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like be on good terms with people, even if they don't deserve it. Oh my God,
Absolutely.
I'm Brooklyn.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Yeah, that's really good though. Honestly, like I said, I'm a Brooklyn fan. I'm Brooklyn's #1 stan. The number of things that you come up with like the tiniest situations, I love it. So
Gotcha.
good.
Yeah.
That's like I've loved seeing Brooklyn. It's the most frustrating thing for Rosa ever, because Rosa like wanted to go to war over Brooklyn, and then like the next day they were friends again, and Rosa sat there and was like, what do I do? Like, do I let this go, or do I not let this go? Do I hold a grudge for Brooklyn? And so it's made, I think, a lot of people think deeper on like, what are we gonna
Ooh.
do?
Okay, I have kind of a spicy question. So
Ooh.
you do not have to answer if you don't want to, but did you enjoy NoPixel when you first started playing on the server?
Whew.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Like
Me
when
and
I
asked if
first
we're in 2.0.
well, so I first started playing on Bingo the Clown.
That was your first character?
I was like, I played Bingo before I played Paris.
Bitch, what?
Yeah, so that was fun. But I think when Paris first came in, she like
You're fucking
became
clown.
friends with Alana, and in Paris's first week, she was getting hunted by the Ballas. So I was like,
Oh my
that was great.
Next question.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I only asked because, I mean, I'll be completely honest here. I did not enjoy my first couple probably my first couple weeks on NoPixel in 2.0. And I feel like it's because I was kind of like one of the first women that were just, loud, confident, myself, da-da-da-da-da. And then, you add on the character of Carmela that's like super extra and dramatics, and then everything's like times 100. And there really were not a lot of girlies at the time.
Yeah.
And it was really hard for me to kind of like find my place. And oh my God, I'm really happy that it worked out the way that it did. But I feel like, oh my gosh, it made me so unconfident for a little bit because I was just kind of like, oh, people don't like the way that I act, or why are all these people laughing at me whenever I speak, or like, why are all these people reacting to my clips and like laughing at me for content? Why is it like this? But I decided to like kind of push through with it because everybody spoke so highly of NoPixel, and obviously like it's the #1 server, it's the most popular.
Right.
A lot of so many amazing role players and streamers on it as well. So I really wanted it to work out, and I wanted to find my place on Carmela. And luckily, like 3 years later, I feel like I did. And, I have a way better understanding of things. But yeah, at the beginning, it kind of was not that fun being, the loudest bitch on the goddamn server. It was not that fun.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just want to say, Carmen, so I was never NoPixel. I didn't even know NoPixel was a thing until like I applied, but I did know about you and Carmela, and I knew about you because of this girl I role played with on Echo, who was like, she and I were friends OC, and she was like, I want to play my character like how Carmen plays Carmela, like,
What?
unapologetically herself, like not afraid to back down. And so I watched one of your streams one time, and I was like, this girl really is like paving the way, because at the time, I think this was probably like 2 years ago. Like you paved the way for so many girls to like be able to be themselves and like outspoken and like not back down. And like, I know that's not a new concept for girls, but in the gaming space, like you kind of are one of the first people to like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So thank you.
She paved
What
the way.
the
She
fuck?
paved the way.
Thank
True.
you. I mean, maybe on like a very small scale, but obviously, power in numbers. And now there's so many more girlies in RP and everything. So, if I contributed in like a very, very small scale for like one person, then I'm happy. So it all worked out.
Gosh. Okay, the question, did I like NoPixel when I joined? That's a really hard question for me. So I joined and was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, very excited,
Aw.
because I came, I think a lot of people know, so a lot of the CG guys had gotten or switched servers for a week, whatever. They came to Echo.
I remember that. Yeah,
And yeah, I ran into them, and we had like a really fun storyline, and it was like a great week, whatever. And Shots, actually, he and I talked afterwards, and he was like, "You're a great like lawyer character. Have you thought about NoPixel?" I had no clue. And he
you
was
didn't
like, "I
know
think you."
NoPixel at all?
I like peripherally, like kind of knew about it. Like that girl had talked about you, and I like had seen some NoPixel stuff, but I wasn't like a Twitch watcher at all.
Okay, so you kind of, you didn't like.
Yeah, so I didn't really
about it.
know. And I still am like, I've only been streaming for like a year at this point, so I still am like new to streaming and the streamers as a whole.
Yeah.
But so I came and I was super excited. I was like, oh, this sounds like a great server. Sounds like a lot of really insane RP. I'm really excited for these stories that are going to happen. And I came and started to stream it, and I was so overwhelmed. Like,
How come? Like from the RP
good
or
and
the
bad.
viewers,
So
or like...
both. The RP was like very fast paced for me. And I had come from Echo, where like I had run, the defense side of DOJ, where like, #1 bitch in charge type of thing,
Yeah.
to a nobody that nobody would talk to. I was like just a shadow, it seemed like, in NoPixel. And it's hard. And I think Angel can probably attest to this. It's really hard coming in to a server that's so well established. And like these stories have been going on for like 3 years at this point, some of them.
Yeah.
And so you step in and you're like, oh my God, I'm brand new. Like, I don't know a single person. This is so terrifying.
Too. It's like coming into, your senior year of high school at a new school. Like, all the clips
literally
are formed.
Yeah.
Everyone
like a foreign
has all
exchange
these
student
stories.
coming in.
Yeah. everyone talks about you for the first month because, you know, you're the new hot topic. You're the new girl. Yeah, I totally get it.
And I struggled a lot because, like, I had RP'd for a long time. And, like, I streamed a little bit when I, like, on the tail end of Echo, but never really streamed RP. I struggled a lot with, like, the instant, I talk about this a lot with my chat, the instant feedback loop of, like, you're getting instant responses of, like, what people think of your roleplay that very second.
Oh,
you know, and so it's hard sometimes if someone comes into chat and, like, my mods are great about getting rid of it, but if they're like, that was a really stupid decision, like, why did Rosa do this, da 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 da, like, I struggle sometimes to, like, continue with the way I wanted to do it and, like, not let that get into my head. And it's way better now, and I don't give a fuck. People can say whatever they want in my chat, and I laugh at them, but you know, your first month, you're like, oh, I want to make everyone happy. Like, I want this to be a good thing.
For sure.
And yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. And also, like, even if you don't take it personal, like, let's be real. If you have a really good day of RP and you're like, you had a lot of fun yourself, and then you go and read like a meta chat or like you see something on Twitter and it's like a group of people that did not like your RP and they're like mad about decisions that you made. Yeah, that's going to be pretty annoying to see. Or like,
oh, yeah.
You know, it can be a little bit demotivating, and then you kind of have to question yourself and be like, okay, now do I like go back and like reverse everything that I did? Do I like, can I get a redo? Like, what do I do?
And of course, if you like try to like talk to a friend about, and not even a friend, but like if in this, when I was brand new, I would be like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, these people hate me. And everyone was like, oh, just ignore them. Like, just ignore it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm a new streamer and on a new person on NoPixel. Like, I'm learning. Give me some grace here. I don't know.
No, totally.
It gets better, but I don't know. Angel, I want to hear your thoughts on that too, because I know you're.
What was the question or that to answer?
How did you feel about NoPixel?
NoPixel. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, I enjoyed it. Like, obviously, I haven't been around as long, so I don't probably have the same experience that you guys have more. That you guys have. But I think for right now, it's been cool. It's been fun. I have enjoyed it. There are obviously downfalls. As you said, something you said, Rosa, about decisions making and feeling like influenced by if you go read like a meta chat or whatever, it's just kind of like second guessing of your decisions. That kind of is very shitty because I tend to get in my feelings about certain decisions I have made. I'll be honest, I think for me being coming in is still very so new to like something that's a transition, something like Wild RP and something NoPixel. So I think it's way more I feel way more weird about it on NoPixel than I did on Wild, because Wild is so more immersive kind of thing. And like with NoPixel, it's just like kind of like on the spot, and it's just kind of like, well, probably later on if you get shit for or not that decision or what you said, like people make you feel shitty about. As far as that, but like,
oh my God, I literally had to go through after my first month and like mute certain words on Twitter. Like I don't look at meta chats for a reason, but I would like mute certain topics, and I've unmuted most of them because I don't give a fuck now. But I had to protect my peace a little bit, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's true. If something is like affecting you like that, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest thing. Well, actually, I mean, this is another question, I guess. What would you guys say to someone who's new at role playing? Because I feel like the one thing I say is to do not read anything. Like, log in, play, and then log out.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. The moment you linger and try to see, well, it's very hard to say that, right? Easy said than done, because you're gonna want like, oh, let me go search it. Maybe somebody likes my character. What do they think about my character? There's like 100 million positivities of comments, but that one negative comment will let you like get you up through the night. So it's very hard said and done. I think it is okay to look at feedback, right? Maybe something you could maybe work on or whatever the case may be. But I would say don't look too deep into the negative route, because you're gonna fuck up your mentality of not making you not want to role play anymore. So like if you're kind of new to RP, I would, my like small advice is just like don't look into don't jump into that dark hole or that rabbit hole of the negativity and focus on that, because you're only gonna you're not understanding, you're just gonna like shit on yourself, and you don't have to do that. And there's a million other people, including the streamers that you do RP with, think you're amazing.
That is so true. Like, yeah, that's really what it's all about. Like, you having fun, your community having fun, and the people you role play with having fun. Like, fuck everyone else. Honestly, I don't mind Twitter at all. I will read that. And sometimes I torture myself by looking at meta chats. You know, it's my guilty pleasure. I just like to laugh at it sometimes, but yeah, I know damn well not to read YouTube comments, especially if I have face cam in like the picture or whatever. Yeah, you cannot pay me to read
people are
YouTube
so
comments.
mean when you that's like I've stopped turning my camera and I need to get back to it because like I just do. But people can be so mean for no reason on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like you can be having a fabulous day and you're like, this was such good role play and like I loved what I did and all of this. And like for me, like I have Reddit off my computer. Like I have
Good for
don't
you.
look at it. I refuse. But like a few times people have sent me something like, hey, you should probably be aware that this is on Reddit type of thing. And those times I'm
Ooh.
like, thank you, because yeah, I probably should be aware of that, but also like I don't know. That shit can break your spirit so bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of hate people that, well, not hate, but I don't like when people show like, oh, here's this hate post about you. Just thought that you should see. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
like,
see
what?
that
Like,
shit.
why would I
Like,
wanna see
don't
that?
send it to me. It's like,
I know.
oh my
messy bitch.
god. Like, why are you showing this to me? And then it's like, okay, now I have to click it. Like,
Yeah.
let me fucking take a look.
Oh my god. It's like a
Um,
car crash that you can't look away from sometimes. You're like,
Yeah,
oh.
like PSA, we don't want to see the hate. Like, I get it. If you come across it, you are going to come across something at all times, but like, don't send it to the streamer
Yeah,
or like
send
the
it to the
YouTuber or whatever.
mods
Yeah,
and
send it to
that's
the
it.
mods or like, just ignore it. Like, downvote it. Like, it's the internet. All of us are going to get like hate at one point. You know, if it's like a safety concern or like something like really
Yeah.
fucked up, then yeah, that's different. But if it's a comment that's literally like, I hate this stupid fucking whore. Why are you sending it to me? Like, I don't want to see this
Oh my
shit.
God.
I'll be honest. I think I'm getting better at laughing at the hate now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because there are
same.
some that are literally dead ass hilarious. Like they'll try to be so offensive, but it's so fucking funny.
Yeah, no, I
I think,
totally
I
fucking
think me
agree.
and Carmen have talked privately in DMs of shit I've sent her of like
Oh,
what
yeah.
I've gotten. And I'm like, it's so
just so
fucking
stu-
fun. It's like you have that much time on here, but it's so fucking funny. It's ridiculous that
Can
people
I
care
say one of
that
them?
much. Yes.
I got an email that was literally like, you dumb bitch. I can't wait until Brooklyn stills your man, whore. Or something like that. I just like, what the fuck? And I sent it to you. I was like,
Yeah.
what is going on? Like, a lot of them
it's
are
like
funny.
it was literally like the same person because they were emailing me saying like, "Oh my god, go cloud chase somewhere else."
Yeah.
Carmela's dick with your
It was
big
the same
forehead."
email. And they're like
Oh,
coming
no.
to me being like,
The
you're so
nerve.
boring. Brooklyn's gonna steal your man. And I was
The
like,
funniest part
No.
is that
people are not real.
Carmen and I went through this shit too. Like when I first came to the server, everyone was like, Carmela hates Rosa. Like Carmela's gonna kill
I
Rosa. Like stay the fuck
know.
away from Carmela. Like crazy stuff. And you're like, and I eventually became like, I didn't know you before, you know? And so when we became friends, I was like, oh my God, these people are fucking crazy. But in the
Yeah.
moment, I'm like alone. I didn't have a single friend in NoPixel besides Shots. And I was
Aw.
like, what does this mean? Like, who are these people? Where are they coming from? And now I
That's
look back and I'm like,
crazy.
that is so funny. Like, it cracks me up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you just have to laugh about it at the end of the day. Like, obviously, there are some people that are just, like, insane and, like, they need to get off the internet and go to jail for
Literally.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, the dumbass little iPad kids,
God.
like, I will laugh at you. Like, okay, you're 13
The Bobby
years
Porters
old.
of real life.
You're on summer break. You don't have a babysitter. Like, I get it, but I'm going to
Yeah.
laugh at you.
I don't know. I think I'm so happy like everyone's in a place, at least like our friend group, that like we just laugh at it now. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, people get upset over it. Like there are some actual nasty shit that is said sometimes, but like I think everyone, it's like, give us your fucking best. We're probably gonna be in a group chat laughing at you. Like, be so for real.
I feel like personally, this is like another tip for anyone that's like either content creating or like role playing or whatever. I feel like whenever I see a comment that like affects me and starts to hurt me, it just means I need to go outside. Like, you know,
yeah.
go to the
Yeah,
mall,
go get
go
some
to the
fresh
movies,
air.
touch grass, and then, you know, you realize that there's a whole like world outside the computer where no one gives a fuck about this stuff.
Oh my
No one's
God,
gonna walk
right.
up to you and be like, You stupid fucking trashy whore. Like, no
Unless
one's
it's a
gonna do
crackhead.
that. Okay, yeah. But then I'm gonna laugh.
Bro, I'm humbled so fast whenever I like, even if I'm just like a little off after RP, which sometimes happens, you know, like you end RP and you're just like, like today was weird.
Yeah.
I go and talk to my family, and my family's like, "How's that little internet thing you do?" Which they're all convinced I'm a
Aw.
cam girl, first of all, which is so
Oh.
uncomfortable.
Queen.
But they're always like, "How's that little internet thing?" And I'm like, "Okay, I feel humbled. Like no one knows anything that's happening.
Right?
Like this is not real. This is, and you just sit there and laugh."
Yeah, it's literally not real. And there's like more important things, I'm sure, in all of our lives for us to, worry about, opinions of random fucking I words
Yeah.
does not matter.
High
Absolutely.
words. Is that a bad word here?
Are you allowed to say incel on Twitch?
I have
just
no
said it.
idea.
We're all
I guess
banned.
we'll see.
Well,
Going
I'll
down.
catch
Well,
y'all
shit.
later. So
Going
it's
down
not my
together.
bad.
So another question is, if you could interact with your characters, what would you say to them?
Like
I got
us
that one too.
as ourselves,
Yeah.
or like us?
You and yeah.
Ooh.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Girl,
I would
be
be like-
Use
single.
some toner. I don't know what I'd say to her.
Use some toner.
Humble yourself. I don't know.
I feel like I would say be single. Or maybe I would have said that to Carmela like a year ago or something like that. Because I feel like for a long time, Carmela kind of bounced between like relationship, boyfriend,
Yeah.
talking to like 5 guys at the same time. And I'd be like,
Mhm.
girl, just calm it down. That's probably what I'd say. But
Love
Carmela loves her toxic relationship. So
a little
I can't help
toxicity.
that girl. She's like, she loves the toxicity. She's not going to listen.
I think I'm gonna
Fun.
be honest. I'll side comment here. I think Carmela and Rami's is the most funniest fucking
Oh,
thing ever. It's
100%.
I feel like
so
that's
Yeah.
like the
fucking fun.
perfect example of just like pure, like fun role play. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
No,
everyone
it's really
should take
good.
some notes from that.
Yeah, I feel like that's why it's kind of like lasted as long as it has, because I think both Rami and I, we know what we are and aren't, comfortable with
Right.
and all that. And, I got a really good friend out of relationship RP and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's never uncomfortable or like all that stuff. So it's great.
Oh my god. This actually is a good launching point to another thing. I would tell Rosa, I'm going to say my answer, then I'll ask the question. I would tell Rosa to stop being a dumbass and keep her job. Like, you gave up a good thing to rob a bank once in a while? Like, come on, dumb bitch. Like,
Oh my God.
let's be real. But that goes back. Okay, so the launching point is a lot of times people, like, if you talk to a guy in RP or like you have this fun, flirty, like joke moment, it turns into like
People shipping you.
speculation
Yeah.
of like, are they dating and what's happening? And like, I'll just say for me, like Rosa and Vinny's relationship has been the best thing because like Shots is like, I've said this a million times, has been like a streaming mentor to me, like such a good friend. And like,
Yeah.
I've met his wife. Like she is a beautiful, kind, amazing human being. And like,
Gorgeous.
I don't have to ever worry about that. And I came from servers that like people would get really scary.
Oh, people on public servers love
Yeah.
to e-date. Yeah.
And so it was like like instant protection for me of like I don't have to worry about that because I have this like excuse of like, oh, Rose is dating someone, like fuck off type of thing. Like
yeah.
I don't know, have you guys experienced that kind of stuff or like has that been concerns or like how do you deal with
Like,
that?
I've had it on public servers where I've literally had like girls DM me on Discord and be like, don't fucking flirt with my
Oh my
boyfriend. We're
God.
dating IRL. And I'd be like, girl, now I'm going to fucking flirt with him more. Like, just to piss you off. Like, leave me alone. Oh my God. And like, public servers are the worst. I swear. Like, random fucking public servers within like 5 seconds of RPing with the guy, they're in your DMs being like, oh,
Mhm.
where you're from?
you trying to
Hey,
take this out
baby.
of role play?
Yeah.
You got
trying to know each other.
Snapchat.
You got Snapchat. That's what it always
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
if I've had anything weird. Well,
Oh, I mean,
well,
sorry,
nothing
go ahead,
weird
go
towards me in terms of
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
guess
have to be towards you,
relationship
but like I guess
RP.
just your opinion on it.
Like opinion on like relationship RP.
No, like I don't know. Whatever you want to say.
Um, I think there I used to have this problem. I don't have this problem anymore. It was like a long time ago where I had like some viewers that would really take like relationship or roleplay like so seriously.
Oh, same. Perm
And I
ban,
was like
perm ban, perm ban.
literally like ban, ban, ban. But I don't know. I think it's just I don't really do that much anymore. Like I used to make Paris flirt a lot. Oh
Okay,
god, she
wait.
used to be quite little harlot.
I have an opinion on relationship RP. I don't know if you're all gonna agree or whatever. It might
Mhm.
just be like, my opinion and whatnot, but obviously a lot of people on NoPixel or even like other servers and stuff like that have started real life relationships because of roleplay, and I think that's awesome and so cool. But my opinion is I feel like, if you're doing relationship RP and it does evolve into something like bigger than that, I think you should stop the RP. That's just my opinion.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like
Yeah.
focus on, the actual real life aspect of that, but do not mix that into the
Right,
server
yeah.
because one, I don't want a fucking third wheel when I'm like
Yeah.
actually role playing and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That's so weird that
absolutely.
you say this because I had this exact conversation with somebody last night about,
Yeah.
in general, like if you were to ever start dating someone from RP, like how would you handle that? And I straight up was like, I would quit. Like I would quit RP probably. Like even at least in the same server because like I don't know.
Really?
I would feel so weird about that. Or we would have to have like a very like I don't care if you flirt with somebody in RP. Like I would
Yeah.
genuinely not give a fuck. But I would like it would always be in the back. Granted, this is coming from a chronically single person's and who hasn't been in a relationship in a very long time. But I would always in the back of my head be like, okay, are they gonna get mad at me if I flirt with somebody in RP? You know? Like and that's my insecurity in relationships, let's be real. But I would always be like, are you mad at me? Like
Really?
are you gonna be upset about this? But I also have had very
Oh.
toxic relationships for a very long time.
Yeah,
I
mean,
wouldn't do
so.
it. I wouldn't do it.
Really?
Like,
Okay, maybe I'm different because I've like been with people that like knew about like streaming and like RP and stuff like that, and they never cared. At least they never said it. Because I feel like whenever I'm streaming and I'm really into the RP and like the conflict and stuff like that, I feel like I'm totally immersed and I feel like it's not real. Because I don't feel attraction through the computer screen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, I wouldn't.
I mean the
wouldn't
other
date
way
an RP
around.
or I wouldn't date one.
Yeah.
I don't think
I
I'd
don't know,
date
it's
a
like a-
streamer. Like one of us has to be mentally stable.
Yeah.
We can't both be on the
I think
computer
that's
all
what I'm
night.
getting at. I'm like, I don't know how I would feel about this. Or like I would have to find someone that's like totally fine with me. Like this is a career, this is a second job for me, but like this is a career and you're gonna have to be okay with it. And like you need to trust me in this.
Yeah.
Because like this is just a funny thing, and that is hard for me to find, but I also like again toxic relationships. Like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Obviously, it's boundaries and like different for everyone. And, maybe to some people, it could be weird if, your girlfriend or partner is on the computer being like, oh my God, hey, babe, and like role play and stuff like that.
Hey.
Yeah. Like maybe that could hurt
But I also
someone.
think there's a difference too in like if you're streaming this, that's one thing because you're not hiding anything. But I think there is
Yeah.
kind of like a fear and this happens sometimes. I've heard stories of like people offline RPing and it gets a little intense, like whatever. Like if that ever happened and I was dating someone who's doing that, I'd be like, fuck you. Like, no, this is not just your career anymore.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right.
That is not like an actual like if you're not recording it or like streaming it for content, then yeah, that's different.
And like
but
I want to be sure I'm saying this. I don't mean this in general. Like I mean this if you're in a committed relationship with somebody that you're not RPing with. I don't care if you offline RP with people and like
no,
you're single, do whatever the fuck you want. Let your freak flag fly. Like I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Yeah.
But if you're in a
don't
committed
get me banned
relationship
on
with
Twitch.
somebody,
I don't judge, okay?
Yeah,
As long
if
as you
you're-
don't get me banned, I don't
Exactly.
care.
yeah, as long as you're not like stepping out of a relationship, I guess to do that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's crazy.
I have a follow-up question. Do you think some of the RP relationships turn into real relationships? Yes.
No.
Wait, I didn't
They
get to
do.
answer my question.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Go
back.
ahead. Go ahead.
So the question before you said yours, what it was, if you could interact with your character, what would you say to them? I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't necessarily say anything to Brooklyn. The thing I really want to do with Brooklyn was if I ever was to talk to her face, just give her a hug. I would really just want to give her because I feel like Brooklyn probably
She
wouldn't be
needs
someone like myself, and I would probably want to be like Brooklyn. So instead
Yeah.
of words, I
Yeah.
would give her a hug.
Oh, I'm gonna hug
That's
Brooklyn
sweet.
next time I
Yes.
see her.
I would
metagaming
grab Brooklyn
this.
by
when I
the
log in and
collar and
hug
be like,
Brooklyn.
girl, step
Like,
away from the
let's
men.
get it.
But
Period. Let's dive right hug. I think Paris. No, you do this so quick because it's so new to me that you like voice like what you're doing instead of typing it. It's
Oh
so
my
fucking
god, I don't even know where
funny.
that came
Yeah.
from. Walks away
Jumps
and
on
flips
you.
hair into your
Clutches
face.
purse.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness.
But what was your question?
someone just asked if you think RP relationships turn into real relationships, and I
Well,
said, yeah,
they
they do.
I
yeah,
mean,
mean,
yeah,
people in
realistically.
NoPixel have
Yeah,
done
and
it.
I think good for
I
them.
wouldn't, but they,
my first
not
instinct for
right
me
to
is
them.
to say like, no, I would never. But I also am like, who the fuck am I? I don't know. I don't
I've
think
been
I
there.
ever would.
Okay,
I would be
I
weirded out,
will
but-
say I have fallen for someone on RP before. It was not
Okay, I
on
have too.
NoPixel. It was back in like 2019 when I was on public servers, and I never fucking thought that would ever happen because like, hello, it's like role play and all this stuff. But yeah, there was this guy on a server, and I totally had like a huge cringy crush on him, and like it was crazy because I was like, how the fuck did I like catch feelings via the web or like role play? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
a
did
really
too.
sweet moment.
Not in NoPixel. This was like years ago, but
Yeah.
I fell for somebody and like went to go visit them, and it was like
Oh,
you know a good thing.
It was
Bitch,
Yeah,
you
it
caught a
was-
flight.
It was
Oh my
serious.
god.
I caught a flight. And it actually like this is kind of spicy, and like I'm gonna just talk about it, and someone might be in here that's gonna get a little mad about me talking about this, but whatever.
Ooh.
I fell for somebody, and then my life. Okay, I'm gonna be sappy for a second, but then spill. So right when I was leaving Echo, like right in that
Okay.
time frame, my mom passed away, and so then I just like disappeared from the internet for like 2 months. I was like done, whatever. Coincidentally, that was like literally the week after I got back from visiting this person. And so I ended things with them. I was like, I'm just not in a good like mental spot, whatever. Like, this is nothing on you. I just, I can't. And then after that, I joined NoPixel, and that person, and some people are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm like, I'm
You
blushing.
don't have to say it if you don't.
No, I'll say it. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck. That person in the community then was like, oh, she, Widow went to NoPixel. This is so fucking funny to think back on. Because she's dating X, Y, and Z streamer, and she broke up with me because she was in love with this streamer who I've never at that point even spoken to. And it
What
just
the
was like this
hell?
hilarious drama thing that I didn't even know was happening because I had moved on.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's don't be sorry. It was like it's funny to think about now because I'm like, you knew exactly what happened. Like, don't try to spin this into something it wasn't. But I don't know.
That's just fucking nasty, and someone
Yeah.
that's trying to blame you for their own
Exactly.
actions. Because I'm sure you had a reason to cut them off and move on and all that.
Yeah,
And they just don't want to admit to it. So
yeah. And that person was
fuck
like
that.
leading the charge of like clout chaser goes to NoPixel,
Oh my
abandons
God.
relationship. Yeah, it was
Please.
Mad.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. I don't know if I could date a streamer either.
Yeah, because
Girl,
of the
I don't
drama that
know.
might come
Uh-huh.
from it. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never dated someone that like does the same thing like YouTube or streaming. Never done it. I don't know if I would. Maybe if they had like a healthy balance, because I feel like, I'm definitely the mentally ill one of the relationship. We can't both be on the computer all day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like catch myself sometimes, and I don't know if you guys feel this way, in the mentality of like, when I grow up, mentality of like, when I grow up and I meet somebody and I'm not a streamer anymore, then I catch myself and I'm like, this could be a long-term thing. I need to switch my
Yeah.
perspective as like, how would I be in a healthy relationship? What does that look like for me while being a streamer? Like, what are the boundaries I need to set in a relationship? What are things I need to look for,
Oh.
Um,
Yeah.
know.
I feel like that's a whole other like that is like a whole other episode right there. Like
Yeah. Oh my
being
god.
in a relationship and dating when you're in the public eye, that is like a whole other thing. I feel
Yeah.
like, you know, we could
Oh my god, I'm gonna write
totally
this
go into
down.
that.
We won't get
We
in
talk
too
about-
deep into
Next
that right
week.
now.
Yeah, that's something crazy. Okay, let me see some questions from my stream. What are your hopes for 4.0 or the 3.5 update or whatever? What is something that
Serious
you
RP.
want? Serious RP?
Yeah, I don't mind the like content base, but
Yeah.
I would like a balance. Like if I want to
Yeah.
do serious RP, you know, there's like I know it's there, but if I
Yeah.
want to like, you know, just like go
Fuck
crazy, like I know it's
around and
there.
like do that. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
those kind of
'Cause I feel
different-
like-
that's really good.
2.0 was 2.0 wasn't like serious roleplay, but it wasn't like as like content and fast
Yeah.
paced.
I feel
And
like
then coming to 3.0, it was like whiplash.
oh yeah, 2.0 was definitely more serious than 3.0.
So like a
But-
mix of 2.0 and
Yeah.
3.0, really.
I'm just excited for like a shakeup and stuff. So I'm ready to see like new and I don't want people to take this and run with it as a bad thing, but new people to have new things or new people to have experiences that others don't or
Yeah.
opportunities
Yeah.
or mechanics, you know, that isn't locked down to the same character or group.
Yeah.
And this is
True.
coming from a place that like granted I've been in NoPixel for a solid year now, but
Uh-huh.
nothing's changed. There haven't been any new heists, there haven't been any new like drugs that we can uncover to like have as our thing. And that's what I'm excited for.
I somewhat understand like set people being in charge of like certain things in like roleplay, like with like the gun benches and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause
But-
that's a big responsibility.
Yeah,
like,
'cause-
OC.
Like I feel like it should be like you can like not gatekeep, like I'm not saying like keep the gatekeeping, keep the gatekeeping, but like open the gates.
Yeah.
I think,
Open
like,
half of
pacing
the
is a
gates,
better-
like make
a
it
better word
possible
for it,
to
too.
achieve
Yeah.
that somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I
or if
mean?
like you put the RP in for it, like on the like I know the girls have talked in role play about like finding new drugs and whatnot. If you
Yeah.
put in the work on the back end for it not to be as hard to get that outcome, which I understand. This is a server of 20, 40, I don't even know, thousands of people.
Lots of
like, they
people,
can't
yeah. Obviously
cater to
not
everyone.
can have it.
Yeah.
But I am excited for like at least an opportunity to potentially work towards that in 4.0.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I totally agree with like other people should have chances for stuff too, but then I also do see the other side of like, big like responsibilities at OC, obviously, I don't think I could ever be trusted with anything, not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
I don't know. There
Okay,
are
you
a lot
say
of
that, but
things-
like you definitely could, like who knows?
Mm,
And
well,
I will say
mean,
a lot
it
of that
depends
shit
on what
is
it
hard because it's like I said, pacing. So like with gun bunches and drug drops and whatnot, like you have to pace that for the server so the economy doesn't, upend itself in the first month.
Yeah.
Because then you have to do stupid stuff like an eco wipe and like nobody likes to see that stuff.
Okay, I was about to
Um,
say I want to wipe so bad. Like,
I would
I-
love a
I
I
wipe.
want everything
Well,
wiped. Like
I
zero
would
fucking
want-
dollars.
an economy wipe is super bad because wasn't there like something with like I don't know if we should get into it like too much, but like there was someone that was like they basically were doing
Yeah.
something with money that they shouldn't have. They basically ruined the economy.
Oh, I don't even know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like. Okay, this is gonna be so like annoying, but I have to admit it. I like grinding. I do.
Okay,
Really?
I
do
do
too.
like it, and like I know I always play it off and stuff, but like some of my favorite times in 3.0 was hunting because I like the whole like
Hunting.
yes, bitch, or fishing. Like I like the whole
Okay.
like
I
thrill
like the
of like
fishing
being
at
a
the start.
grinding.
Yeah.
The
barn
fishing
to
at the start was
to
fun.
I think
have babies
grinding
in my
makes
den.
sense to where it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't feel like you're grinding like a MMO fucking
Well, and
person.
you're
like
excited
level up.
for it.
But
You're
it seems
excited
like
for the
more
outcome of
story
it.
in depth of like trying to grind to like get
Yeah.
established for sure.
Yeah.
Started
Or for
3.0
grinding for the
fishing
point
was
of, like,
fun with the girls.
for, like,
Yeah,
an RP
fishing
story,
was
you know?
fun, bitch.
I don't know.
I like
I
it.
Carmen in the Barns and Red Dead is all I'm thinking about right now.
Okay, yeah. If you guys didn't know this, I literally had alarms on my phone to wake up at 5 a.m., 7 a.m., 9 a.m., like this and that, just to do like
Oh my
horse breeding. And I would literally
God.
just jump out of bed, sit on my computer, set up the horse breeding, go back to bed, alarm, sit on my computer, breed horse, get back in bed. Like, I like grinding. I'm sorry. I like having a schedule. It makes me feel like peace. Even if it's a video game,
Yeah.
I like having a fucking list
Girl,
of
I
things
used to
do.
wake up at like 7 a.m. to go clock into Maldini's because I wanted money. Like,
Bet.
I've been there.
I used to grind. I mean, obviously, I did grind on Paris,
Yeah.
because she has a lot. But honestly, I feel like it was when I stopped like grinding like so hard. Like, I was just getting money from like nowhere essentially. Like people were either giving her money or
Yeah.
just like, you know, doing things that were like not really grinding, like maybe like the vault or the oil rig.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
totally
I
get
did
it.
I enjoy grinding like in Red Dead RP for sure, but something like NoPixel, I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Only
Well,
because it's only because like you have to find people to do it with instead
Yep.
of doing it by yourself.
Yeah, and
That's the
now
only downfall about it.
probably
Yeah.
and
now
everyone's
for
already
you,
established.
yeah,
So like
everyone's
you're not gonna
already
find
done
somebody.
for
That's what's
grinding.
hard. Like no one's gonna want to
Exactly.
do a Sandy run or like run Oxy with you.
Exactly. I mean, people will still probably do it. That's the thing. It's just like I came into a point where I feel like everyone was already kind of like established.
Like we've
Mhm.
all
So it's
done
kind of hard to be
already.
like, hey, you want to go do A, B, and C? So it's like, no, we don't really do that anymore because we don't have to. So it's
Yeah.
kind of just like you can't really do it by yourself because you're gonna have to need more people to do that with. So like doing solo things or being like solo crims is very,
Yeah.
very hard right now in
Yeah.
the current NoPixel era that we're in.
For sure.
100%.
Okay. Another question from the viewers. Are there any characters that oh my god, there's a fly. I'm so sorry. I have fruit flies. Are there
Oh my
any
god, I just got these
characters-
fruit fly traps. I'll send you the link. They're amazing.
That is so humiliating. Every fucking time I have face cam, there's a like fruit fly or something. Okay, are there any characters that you wish you could interact with more? Like you just love hanging out with them, but you don't really see them that much or whatever?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've been role playing with like a lot of people recently. Like so many people. I don't know. I'll let someone else take the question while I think.
Well, I've never got the chance to meet them in character. These are obviously two people.
Ooh.
Would probably be Speedy, person that plays Speedy,
Ooh,
and the
okay, okay.
person that plays obviously Kiki Chanel, because that's like my big
Oh, you've
inspiration. So
never
I love. I
RP'd
never
with
got
Kiki?
no.
Oh my gosh. I
Would
feel like
love
Brooklyn
to.
and Kiki. Oh, that would be insane.
Yeah, I think those two people for sure. Speedy is hilarious, and I would love to like get the chance to interact with him more if I could.
I think I would just say Jaeger and all of the nerds.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I was gonna say the guild, or
Yeah.
maybe like some of like the other CG girls that don't really come around anymore, like Autumn and
Yes. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably the guild
It's
or
always
the like
fun.
Yeah.
other CG girls.
I think I don't know. For me, I think Carmine's always like the first that comes to mind for a lot of people because the RP that comes from Carmine, no matter what, like Carmine, I literally watched his stream one day. He was handcuffed for like 90% of his stream, and he still like RP the house down.
Oh my god. I know. He's so good.
I mean, insanely good. Just so
He's
funny.
so funny.
Two other people. So Brian Knight and Rosa have like this weird like friendship, and like I wish that we could have more serious RP because that like Betty plays Brian really well with like the serious investigation
Oh yeah,
stuff.
Maddie's great.
And I'm gonna miss that a lot with like the lawyer side of stuff. But the last person is all of Burns' characters, and this I've only had one
yeah.
interaction. But it was my second day on the server, and Rosa got kidnapped by Waldo. He was like playing a Where's Waldo character.
Of course.
And
that's
I
such a
was
Burn
like-
thing to do.
Yeah, it was insane. Like took me to the fun house and like tried to kill her. And like Rosa didn't know a single person in the city, but it was like the best story ever. And I miss that. I wish Burn came around more often because the stories that came from him were like so insane.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, Burn is great. Such a good RPer.
Burn has so many ranges, which is really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Burn Island. Like
Oh
when
my
that
God,
happened,
that was
like that
crazy.
was fun.
That was
I
like
think-
one of my favorite
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. That's it.
I was gonna say, yeah, Vern. I think I started knowing about him when he played Johnny Silverhand from
Oh,
Cyberpunk.
yes. Oh my God, that was
Yeah.
so good. So good. Okay, should we take some spicy questions?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Guys,
what are the
any spicy questions? Come on.
questions?
This is your chance. Ask anything. Might not, answer it, but you can ask. Get a little spicy. What characters do you hate? Carmella. I hate Carmella.
Literally.
You know what? Never mind. I'm getting some weird questions. Widow, did you get anything?
The one I had written down was if you could play another character in the server, who would it be? But I think we kind of already touched that.
Ooh.
This one's a little spicy. Do bigger streamers in the server make you want to interact with them more or less, or like how do you feel
Ooh.
about that?
That's a good. That's a good question.
I mean, like, as an anxious ass bitch, it makes me want to interact less. Not gonna lie, because I hate bothering people. But
Yeah.
it doesn't make me want to like not hang out with them, and I think they're great and all that. But yeah, I hate bothering people in RP.
Yeah.
So if we don't hang out in RP in like a regular basis, I'm probably not gonna like try to RP
I had
with
this.
them.
Yeah, I had the same response. I said I'm like indifferent in the moment. Like if I notice it's someone like Chawa, for example, like he's in the circle that we run with, like we see him all the time, and like I'm not like avoiding him or trying to find him. Like it's just indifferent. Whatever happens in RP. But you do get that little like, oh my God, there's like a fuck ton of people watching right now, feeling,
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that like affects my RP in any way, shape, or form. But
You just think of it.
yeah,
I mean,
it's like the anxiety in your head.
I guess like I said earlier, like my brain switched and I am in the I don't give a fuck war. I don't really
Yeah.
think too much. Like I just think like if I have fun with this person and they're fun, then yeah, I'll hit them up. But I guess if like maybe like the characters don't connect or it's just like different like vibes, then I
Yeah.
won't.
It's just
But
RP, And I think we all kind of
yeah.
have that mentality of like, whatever happens, happens. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
Um,
Role players that you look up to. We kind of did talk about that as well.
Someone asked. Fuck, I already fucking forgot the question. It was in. Let me see if I can find it again.
I've got a couple.
Oh no,
Write
there
these
is
down.
something else when I find it.
Okay. I have one about.
Oh, I found it. Oh, this is a spicy one though. You guys are true to answer if you want. Has anyone ever tried to rip off your character?
Well,
Yes.
I don't think like a rip off
Not a no
character.
picture.
No name.
I don't think anyone's ever tried to rip off my character. I just think, I mean, we said it earlier, like, I guess Paris as a character is like so funny that sometimes like it influences like even like the guys we've been hanging around, like their lingo
Yeah.
has changed. So no, I don't really think anyone's ever tried to rip off Paris.
Okay, here.
Maybe because I'm hard to replicate, maybe.
For me, I wouldn't say no one's tried to like completely just rip off my character. I think there's been characters that have been similar to where people may compare them to where it's just become looks identical. And I think in a sense where it's just like, you had like something you went about and like maybe another character kind of had like the same kind of idea.
Right.
And I think it gets confused that many people may put into perspective like one's copying the other character. And it's just like, I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it's necessary like maybe they have been inspired by whatever you fucking portray. And maybe they just feel if they were inspired by it, by all means, I don't see a problem with that. But I will say that it wasn't on NoPixel. I think I did have a person, I think it was like on Red Dead, that was kind of like really jealous of my character and like really wanted what she had because of who the character was. And instead of them being so focused on that, they weren't really focused on what they can portray in their own character and showing their own kind of vibe, which makes me upset because she's like, if you have if you're so dedicated to that character and how you portray it, you shouldn't try to change it because someone else is different from yours.
Yeah.
You know? So, but like I've had like people been like very inspired and trying to have the same mannerisms to do the same thing I do, but not necessarily in a malicious kind of intent, but more
Yeah.
so like
But
they
you
were
just pick
inspired
up
by me.
on it and you're kinda
Yeah.
like I mean, okay, I don't know if this is classified as like ripping off or whatever, but something that like, you know, has happened to me and that I've definitely like brought up with like my friends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
A lot of the times when like sometimes people that have like watched my streams or whatever will either come on the server, whether it's like Red Dead or like a public server or NoPixel or whatever, they'll kind of see how like Carmela interacts with like Lasagna or like, you know, Brooklyn or Rosa. And obviously we have like that dynamic where we're like, oh, shut up, bitch. Or like, you know, our little inside jokes and this and that. And they kind of like say it back when their character like is not on that same level. And it kind of makes me just feel a little bit like, ugh, about that. I know it happened
like
a
icky
lot
feeling.
in Red Dead. Especially with like the group of friends that we had in there. It was a lot of people that were like watching the streams coming in and like feeling like they were on that vibe and maybe even coming off as like a little bit rude because let's be real, like again, it's all about boundaries. We're all gonna talk a certain way when we're with our friends, but like
Absolutely.
when a random brand new character comes up to you, like calling you like, oh, you're a big fat whore, you know, that's not fun for anyone.
Like, well,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Carmen, you're being way too nice. I'm just gonna say it is fucking weird when people do that. And like I want to say this as a blanket statement for anyone who's listening. Like if Carmen or me or someone goes into a server that like you might have access to, it doesn't mean that you can treat that person like they're, you know, your best friend. Like I'm not gonna walk up to somebody on the street and be like, hey, you dumb bitch, like how you doing? You know, like you have to build that rapport with people. And like it makes me sad to see some of my friends go through this because I'm like, that's not fair and it makes it uncomfortable and like it ruins what could be a really good thing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, respect people as people. Like it doesn't matter if you think that you're best friends with them. You're not. And like don't act like you are unless you build that up. And who's to say that couldn't happen, you know? Just be normal.
100%, you know. I've had so many friendships like form with roleplay and stuff, but yeah, I guess that's like the only kind of like off-putting thing that I'll notice every now and then. Like, you know, something that Liz would say to Carmela, like in a joking way, with just like from a random person out of nowhere. I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to interact with all that. I don't know. Yeah, that's it.
What was the question on that? I don't remember. That's a good point though. Oh well.
I'm looking for other questions.
I have something about perma conditions. So
what's that?
Have you ever thought about perma conditions are essentially like a contract with yourself when you start a character. Like if this thing happens, I will roll for a perma or I will perma, you know, something that's like set in place so that there could be an end to that character. I guess this is kind of like permaing as a whole. Is it something that you guys have ever thought about, or do you have conditions? You don't have to say if you do, but or what they are. I can start. I have perma conditions for Rosa, and
you do. Oh my god,
I do.
Don't say them if you've never said them before.
I know. I've
said
them.
Right?
I said them one time, and Rosa's gotten really close one time in the server, like really fucking close to permaing, and it was like an intense situation. And for me, like it has to be like these certain things are met, and like the RP has to be serious enough that it's like it's not just some gag thing that's gonna happen. It has to be like a drawn out scenario.
Yeah.
But I do think for me it's important to have like at least some kind of end in thought.
Yeah.
You know, like an end in sight that potentially could happen to like take the character a little bit more serious.
Yeah. I feel like everybody kind of acts like, oh, our characters are immortal, nothing's ever gonna happen to them. And then you see Bass fucking perma and
I know.
gag the whole city.
Yeah.
Everyone's freaking the fuck out. So yeah, I would totally perma Carmela, but it would have to be like a big enough situation, you know, like a big arc, a big injury, whatever it would be. I wouldn't just go out with like, I don't know,
car crash,
a
flew out of the
face.
car.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
For
It would
James
have to be
takes
something
Carmela.
big.
Yeah. And it creates so much like RP for everyone else around you too. Like look at Bass, you know?
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I don't really have like conditions. I mean, okay, so I guess I'll be honest. Before trigger warning, before Paris got into street team, I was thinking
Just kidding.
I was thinking about permaing her because I was like,
Right back.
I feel like there's nothing left for her. Like, I feel like there's nothing left for her.
Aw, what? That
Well,
makes
like,
me
I don't know, because
sad.
it's just sometimes like you think like you've done everything. So I guess that would be like
Yeah.
my thing. Like, if I feel like I have nothing left for her to like
Yeah.
do, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, she right now I feel like she's still kicking. She's got
She's
some
still
things to do.
kicking.
She's getting
Still got
peed
her
on the
horses
sidewalk.
peeing.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I've never heard that before.
Oh, I literally walked out of the cubby one day and Paris was laying down and was like, pee on me, Mr. K.
Oh, you are not one to talk about Erpers then, bitch. You
Oh,
are not one to
God.
talk about them.
Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy, guys.
Okay.
Oh, that was so funny.
If you could remove any kind of mechanic in the server, what would you remove? Gang app.
Gang.
Girl, I don't even know what the
app.
gang app like looks like, but I know it inhibits 90% of things I want to do.
Gang.
I just want to be able to walk into a bank and rob it if I want, you know?
Yeah.
app or no, there was there was one that used to like always like not bother me. What is it? Mm,
One that
the
bothers me.
rings.
Oh, girl.
I would so I mean like
She
obviously like Paris
forgot.
has them, but it's still like like
I don't
okay
even
for
understand.
vitalizing gun pull out quicking thing.
I literally have to have people explain them to me because I'm like, I feel like this is such a min-max gamer type of thing of like what rings can you get to have the best loadout and shit. And I sit there and I'm
for
like, what does any of this mean?
or
huh?
I guess
Or the
I just
food
forget
giving you
about
ability?
rings, not gonna lie.
anything
Forget about
PvP related. I don't really know if there's any mechanics that relate to PvP, but anything that's PvP related. Like let's just have like
Let's
a
have a
raw
nice
type of fight.
clean and
A
nice
nice clean
fight.
fight.
Just
So
nice
I guess the
and
rings
clean.
kind of relate to PvP.
Yeah.
Um,
I'd say two things that like come to mind. So this is actually someone in my chat said it. One would be like the meth table or not tables, the labs, how you can just like move them all the time.
mhm.
And granted, I don't know because I personally haven't ever moved one, but I feel like that is like crazy sometimes when you can just
so
move
yeah,
them
just, like,
because
leave it there.
someone drove by and like you're I don't know.
Oh.
I think
Yeah,
I
I feel
think
like
those
that should
should
like
have
a
a new system.
process to move them because
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
don't think
sure
I've ever done it
you
before.
there's the only thing there is just a cooldown of 3 days. I think you can just
Yeah, you can literally
and
just
it's
like
anywhere
bounce
in
it around the city.
it's like anywhere in a certain area.
Ooh.
Maybe I would want like a meth lab, like you could do it anywhere. Not like
Yeah.
anywhere, but like you know, you have like a meth lab in the city.
Or I heard, and I wasn't here for it, but I heard that meth labs used to be public,
They were.
which
They
I think
were.
is cool
Yeah.
because like you would have to hold it down, you know? And if you weren't holding it down, then
Yeah.
like someone else can take it.
You
Um,
well, it used to be like you could it would literally just open up and you would just climb down into it.
huh. The second thing
Okay.
would be I wouldn't okay, someone in my chat said I'd remove PD pings. I wouldn't remove all PD pings, but I would want to get rid of some of them. And the reasoning this person said is so that they patrol. And I think that that
Oh.
would be cool. So like cops have
Yeah,
to be driving around to see
they have
something
to
or like
see
hear a
things.
gunshot,
That
you
would be
know?
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
pretty cool.
fun.
Yeah. But also,
But I understand like
don't
you have to
know.
have pings for like
The map's
you
so
know.
big too. That makes it kind of like
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah,
Maybe like
that's
outside
why,
of the city pings.
That's why sometimes I still am very new of what pings they make it. So I do like slash me anonymous to give them kind of a descriptive, kind of maybe like an NPC has seen something
Oh, you're
Yeah.
such
in
a
that
role
area
player.
for
I
them
love
to go off
that.
of it. Yeah,
She's a role player, y'all.
I'm a role player.
Okay. Favorite part of role play, like just in general, not necessarily your character, but just RP.
The improv, I guess. The improv, like the fact that like
Ooh.
anything can like like let's think of the GSF war. Like
Oh,
Carmen, like
that was
she
so
wore
funny.
GSF and that turned into like something like
And
entirely
that was like a month
bigger
long.
than what it
Like,
was.
yeah, that was crazy. You're so right. You're so fucking right. Angel, any fave things about roleplay?
I think my favorite thing about roleplay is meeting like new people for sure. I
Aw.
think getting a feel
Yeah.
for who's this kind of person, what kind of personality do I have? Are they gonna bounce off me? Are they gonna be around, or is it gonna be like
Yeah,
like I think it's nice running into
honestly.
new people for sure.
I think that, yeah, that's totally my answer as well.
hmm
Totally. Just like meeting friends and being able to like actually form friendships and like meet so many people just from role play and like all that. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Widow, anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been like my favorite thing looking back is like meeting friends and like I keep getting sappy and sentimental, but like I didn't have any like girlfriends in this space. I didn't have any like streamer
Aw.
friends in this space. So like meeting people that I get along with both in character and then like becoming genuine friend. Like I call all three of you some of my like best friends, you know, like we get along on a different
No,
level.
me too.
Right? And I
Aw.
think that that's so special because like I said it's a male dominated
It
space
is.
we're in.
Yeah.
And to
Absolutely.
have girls that
It's
like get it
important.
around you.
We
It
need
really
our
is.
girlies around us to get us through like
Yeah.
all the craziness. We totally
Yeah.
do.
And I also think
100%.
like role play is such a cool thing. Like the world is such a like a shitty place, right?
Yeah.
And like to be able to come onto role play and like try to live in a pretend world that's better, you know? Like to have like an
Right.
ideal
Yeah.
outcome in a
Oh, for
situation. Like
sure.
I think that's really
I
cool.
love that answer. Aw. That's so sweet.
I'm such a little sappy thing today. I'm on my period, that's why. But
Oh my gosh, me too. That's why my boobs are
We're
so
synced up.
big. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna ask, I mean, you know, I don't know if you girlies would be interested, but I don't know. Maybe next time we decide to do a little podcast, we could talk about, you know, some more mature topics. You know, we talk
Absolutely.
about sex.
100%.
You know, like let's just go out
Talk
there.
about sex.
Yeah.
babe.
Absolutely.
You know,
I'm down.
sex lives, all that, relationships. I feel like we could, you know, either help a lot of people or maybe, you know, just get those
Advice
questions out.
stream.
Yeah, I feel like that
Yeah.
could be fun. A little spicy stream.
Yes. 18 and plus.
Yeah, totally. Like 18 plus. Love
Yeah.
that.
I think it's cool too. Like, I think all of our communities, we have a lot of like younger girls, and this is like
yeah.
some of the stuff that Nyaso and I like went through with, you know, the situation we won't talk about.
Yeah.
That was what was like so important to us to like speak out against was like we have so many girls that we have a unique position where we can try to like give good advice or like lead by example or like
oh, for sure.
stand up against something. And so I'd like to get into that, like talk about some harder things, some spicy stuff.
I would love to. because,
Yeah.
You know,
We could
we have
totally
a lot to talk about.
do some like someone said in Carmen's chat where people can send in predicaments. Maybe we could do like a advice
Ooh.
segment.
We could do
We
like
could
a
also
little
do some-
anonymous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
like
can
a
make like a little
form.
form.
Yeah, we can do that. I would just say
I'd love
this.
to do that.
I don't mind giving advice to people, but keep in mind I am not no role model.
Yeah,
I make the
exactly.
same
Yeah.
mistake.
No, we do,
do
for
the
sure.
same-
Yeah, but I
yeah,
feel like, you know, that's good too.
Yeah,
It's
RP
That's a
real
thing. Lead by
advice.
yeah. They learn from your mistakes.
Not like an AI answer, you know? That could be really
Go
cool.
to church.
Okay, let me pick one last question. 'Cause
One
we're
last
almost
question.
at the 2-hour mark.
Absolutely.
Okay, any final stuff? Yeah, I'm scrolling.
I have one.
Ooh, okay, yeah. What is it?
It's just, do you see yourself still playing NoPixel 2 years from now?
I would hope not.
Well, this is gonna sound like a really shitty question, but like, will there be a NoPixel in 2 years?
That is true.
I
That
guess
is
it depends. I think I'm always gonna love roleplay, but like, I don't know. I don't see myself playing video games forever. Like, not just NoPixel, but like,
You
you
need to
know,
retire to your horse farm one day.
yeah. Like, I totally want to have a real life one
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
eventually.
it's something. I think this is one of the reasons why I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna like I became so carefree. I'm just gonna have fun because I don't know, NoPixel could like disappear one day, like and like 5M could disappear one day. Like
Oh,
we
right.
could all
Oh
wake
yeah,
up.
yeah.
and
5M
it's-
could
You're
totally.
like bye, shut down. that happens sometimes. They shut it down for like a day or two.
Which is
Yeah,
another
whatever the
topic
day
I'll
is,
write
yeah,
down.
Yeah.
I think 35 is my cutoff.
Yeah.
I think 35.
I think that's fair for sure.
Girl, again, I'm a Libra. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, let alone 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Like, I
I
don't know.
Someone in my chat just said stuff never lasts forever. And I think, that's obviously like a big thing. I feel like a lot of us like streaming and stuff, we had like huge blow ups around like COVID and like those times because everyone was at home, or like obviously at the start of 3.0 it was like a huge boom and all that. And then things kind of like simmer down obviously for a little bit. But I don't know. I feel like I'm always going to love role play. So I don't think I could ever like leave it forever. So I feel like as long as like NoPixel's around and I'm not banned, I feel like I'll always like
I think I'll
pop in
stop
and
role
around.
playing, but keep gaming.
Really?
Yeah.
You would stop role playing? Oh my god.
I mean,
I would.
hopefully in 2 years, like we're on to GTA 6 or maybe
Bitch,
Red
if
Dead
it's
role
not
play.
out in fucking 2 years, I'm
Like
retiring.
give up.
if it's like a new game type of role play at NoPixel server,
Sims
I'd probably be
roleplay?
playing that.
Multiplayer?
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? I'm actually surprised most like agencies of like acting don't look into like our peers.
Right?
Of acting.
Yeah.
I'm actually
That's the thing.
I'm actually curious why I don't look in like,
And
oh, they could be
this
great
is
for our
something-
game for character.
I want to talk about more probably on another podcast, but like we are all roleplay mains at this point. You know, like we aren't like FPS players, or we don't, play a ton of other games. Sometimes we do, but like what that means for our career as a streamer and like how that silos us. And this comes, so I used to work in the music industry for an agency, and they recently started to sign a bunch of like gamers, and I noticed, I was like, no
that's
role players
cool.
are signed, and I was like, what does that mean for me as a streamer? I mean, some role players are, but like not mains. So I think that'd be an interesting thing. Like, what do we think our careers are going to look like in this space?
Oh, well, I've actually been trying to do like variety, like role play, and then I'll go into variety just so I can like start, like, because I'm saying like, what if NoPixel dies tomorrow? Like, people are familiarized with that sort of variety. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just hit our 2-hour mark.
We did.
What the, 2 hours?
That went by so fast.
What
What
the,
the
I feel
hell?
like we just started talking.
It was fun. I had fun. Hope you girls had fun. It was fun for the viewers.
Thank
well.
you
Hope
so
you guys
much,
all enjoyed
everyone.
it.
Yeah.
Thank you, and it was the first
And we'll definitely be back.
one. I'm
And
happy.
I think maybe we talk to other people too, some other girlies, and
yes.
see if they want to hop on here or there.
Yeah, guys, let us
Absolutely.
know who else you want to see on here, and we can like, get some more girls.
We'll try to get Nicki Minaj on here.
Yeah,
next week.
and Ice Spice, they will be here.
Queen Radio,
They will be here. They will be here.
But not Doja Cat.
But thank you, girls. I really appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you girls have a wonderful evening.
Yes.
Love you all.
Love you.
Yes,
Have
I
a
love
great
you guys.
night.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Well, we successfully did our first podcast. Oh my God. How did we do, guys? I was so scared. I was like, not going to know what to talk about, but I feel like the topics went by like pretty good. Like, I don't think we left out like any moments of silence or whatever. It was really fun. Shout out to everyone. I've always wanted to like do some kind of podcast or whatever, but it's hard to plan alone, but that was a lot of fucking fun. And I totally want to do like an 18 plus, like girly talk after dark. Because all of us, we're in our 20s. I'm sure, we all have relationship advice, sex advice, all that stuff. And we can kind of just, dive into more of the mature topics and stuff like that. I feel like that could be really fun for a potential like next episode or whatever. But yeah, this is the first time. It was really, really fun. And thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And hi, Iron Pit Rat! Making your great return. Your return, oh my God. Making your fucking return. since I'm in a good mood, do you guys want a very tiny snippet of one of the new songs? You want a really tiny snippet before we end off? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me find this. So, should I spoil? I'm just gonna spoil it. No, I'm not trolling this time. So, this is another collab. So you know what to expect. And the song is called Spit in My Mouth. How do I don't know how to do this. How do I studio? It's called Spit in My Mouth. And it's gonna be very, very heavy. Hold on, let me find the teaser part that I wanted to show. Hold on. Let me mute the audio real quick. Just in case, you know, you hear it. Just play the full song. No. Hold on. Okay, you want to hear it? I'm scared. It's not mixed. It's literally just, you know, a little, okay. Little 2-second preview.
Can you just admit that I'm better than you already? You stupid fucking bitch!
That's the vibe of the song, okay? That's the vibe of the song. Spit in my mouth. It's gonna be fucking crazy, bitch. It's gonna be the heaviest fucking shit, and I don't think I'm gonna have a voice much longer, but you know, it's gonna be pretty crazy. It's about all of the people that hate Carmela for no reason. That's what it's about. Play it again? Fine, one more time.
Can you just admit that I'm better than you already? You stupid fucking bitch!
You have no idea how hard that was to do and how many takes of that I did. Like, oh, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be really heavy and crazy. So I have to finish recording that. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna end off here because I want to keep it like as the podcast and everything. But I love you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And all that. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun again. It was really, really fun. I was looking forward to it all day. I'm not gonna lie. And honestly, should I just make like an anonymous email for it? Or like for questions or like advice or whatever? Maybe we'll just open up like an email and then you guys can like send it in there, and obviously no names will be like shared or whatever, and zero judgment, you guys. Like genuinely zero judgment. All of us are so open-minded and like never judge, especially like other people. So, you know, we will figure that out for next week and all that. But I am going to end off here. Bye. Thank you guys so much again. Amazing first podcast. I love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Not me fucking pausing that by accident. Bye.